Okay, I believe you guys can hear me now. Srihari, can you confirm if you can hear me now? Srihari, can you hear me now? All good? Srihari, you there, mate? All right. Hopefully, Srihari will be back soon. But then let's continue with the stream. Sorry about the audio difficulties, guys. Yeah, thank you for the confirmation. Now audible. So, guys, 9.2 overs complete now. And what we have here is 62 for. Can you hear me now? All loud and clear, guys? We've got Almighty Blues Ankit as well here. Thanks, Ankit, for joining in. Ankit, can you confirm if you can hear my voice loud and clear? We've been having some audio trouble today. All right, perfect. Thank you so much for confirming that, Ankit. So yes, it's almost towards the first half of the first innings going to be completed. Just one more ball. Venkatesh has been slashing couple of sixes in this over, and this over has been expensive for RR from their perspective. Unetka did have a bit of a strain in his legs, but 69 for the loss of 0 wickets, guys. From the it's almost going to be end of 9.5 overs, guys. I want you guys to predict the score line at the end of 20 overs. Let's see who is going to get it. To the nearest, right? So it's 10 overs now complete, guys. 69 is the score that we have now. Unitkat is struggling from pain. I'm not sure if he will be able to continue though for his last over. But I want score predictions from you guys. We've got 10 more overs. It's 69 for the loss of 0 wickets from KKR. Where will KKR finish for this particular game? Wow, this is a great score. It's not a score prediction. RCB will finish third thanks to net run rate. KKR cost us. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that particular game cost you a lot, and we are sorry about that. And that is the run rate that is actually saving us in this particular game as well. So, in a way, you guys are helping us to qualify for this game. I mean, for this playoffs, if at all we qualify. So, thank you, RCB, for doing that favor from your end. But with yeah, Unitkat is so unlucky. Obviously, I mean, he's a very good left-arm paceman. He's been contributing to Rajasthan Royals for quite some time now, and he is someone who went in the auction for 10 crores. Let's not forget that he is, someone who is priced at the higher end. This is Tewatia replacing Unitkat in this particular over, the 11th over. That's a huge shot. I'm not sure if it is clear the fielder. Yes, it is clear the fielder, moving to the Safari fence for a 6. 10.1 over 75 for the loss of 0 wickets. That's the score prediction here from Almighty Blues. It's 175. Wow, that's a bold score prediction, I should say, because the pitch seems to be on the slower side, if I have to talk about, because the IPL pitches, since it's being overutilized, they just have 3 pitches and they're trying to overutilize these pitches, so it's getting to the slower side. So I'm not sure if the way that they're playing now, though they don't have any loss of wickets, I'm not sure if they can capitalize on this and then end up putting up another 100 runs on top of this in the last 10 overs. But then if they are able to, I'm very happy about it. But yeah, so he is corrected the score line though, 165. Decent score prediction. That's how I put it. Srihari with KKR 160. Not so confident on SIU. He's a Hyderabad fan, by the way, and yeah, let's see. Actually, I'll go for 170 finally. Oh my God, he is so confused today. Almighty Blues is way confused today about the way that they're playing. KKR is playing today. So 170. Let's have 170 as the score prediction from Almighty Blues and 160 from Srihari. Let's see who is actually close to it. My score prediction for this game would be 180, guys. I'm gonna go for 180. Just straight out of the park, just because I'm a KKR fan. I just want to be optimistic in this particular game. So 180 for me is the score prediction. And to be honest, we've got 10 more wickets. So there well could be a possibility. Here is Rahul Tewatia bowling the next ball. A very good cut from Venkatesh Iyer, but finding the deep point fielder. That's a single. 10.3 overs complete, 78 for the loss of 0 wickets, guys. Good vibes, good vibes. Obviously, it's a good vibe here for, from the KKR perspective as well. They've started off the match in the way that they would want to start, and they're trying. I mean, they definitely have to capitalize on this particular game as much as possible. Shubman Gill has to score much more freely, and that's exactly what he's trying to do. He has to take on the spinners. Venkatesh Iyer has been good with his timing as well. So he's someone who can tackle the pace bowlers. But when it comes to the spinners, I expect Shubman Gill to contribute more on that front due to his experience as well, dealing with spinners on different conditions. This is that's a wicket that was unnecessary, and Venkatesh Iyer is now clean bowled for 38 runs from 35 balls by Rahul Tewatia. An important breakthrough from Royals' perspective. 0.5 overs is what Tewatia took to get Venkatesh Iyer out of this match. That was a switch hit. That was a try for a switch hit, not even a reverse hit. This was a switch hit, and I'm not sure how. Why would you want to do that, if I'm to be honest? I mean, you are a left-arm batsman and everything is going well in terms of how you're batting as well. Why would you want to switch hit? The fielders were open on the on the leg side as well. You had space on the leg side to hit, but why would you want to do it? Just because you're strong in something, you don't have to show it time and again. We've seen Venkatesh Iyer trying this for quite some time now, and he's been missing those switch hits. So I'd suggest using switch hit not frequently, right? So I've just pinged the link on the chat, Srihari, if you want to join, or anyone like even Almighty Blues, if you want to join and have your say, I'd love for you to be on the show and join us in this particular stream. We've got another person as well who's going to be joining us. Quite soon, maybe in the start of the second innings, we'll have him as well. And he will be joining us. So he is also going to be contributing to this channel from this week. So we're planning to get him on board for some of the content. He's going to be handling our Instagram page as well. So you're soon going to see who that person is. And we also have Srihari, who's been contributing in terms of the channel as well. So great job, team. No, bro, working on something now, but watching, hearing, perfect. That's all completely all right. I'd suggest you tune down the volume of your TV commentary and use this as a commentary, because we try to commentate on this particular game, not just watching the game and giving our opinion. We'll try to commentate on this particular game, ball by ball, as much as possible. So this is 11 overs complete, guys. A successful over from Tewatia, 80 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. Kolkata Knight Riders. There's been 26 dot balls, 30 singles, 2 doubles, and no threes, of course, and 4 fours and 4 sixes. Wow. Thank you. I appreciate that, Almighty Blues. Guys, please also share this video amongst your peers. Please like, share, and subscribe. This always helps in the YouTube algorithm. You guys all know that. And we're going to be doing all live streams as much as possible. We'll definitely cover the entire playoffs. From now to the playoff season, we'll try to cover each and every single game as much as possible. We've got Srihari on the call now. Srihari, what do you have to say about this game, mate? Just before now, Venkatesh Iyer lost his wicket. So, what do you have to say about the wicket, and what do you have to say about the KKR's batting today?
Actually, a good squad. So actually, that wicket is waste. Waste means unnecessary out. So
Exactly. Even I thought the same. I mean, that need not be attempted, according to me. Oh, Glenn Phillips. Is it Glenn Phillips who's playing this ball? I don't know. I mean, if he's the one who's bowling, but then all that I see is Phillips with the first ball. But
yeah,
this particular ball was driven away for the boundary. The gap on the third man region exploited well by Nitish Rana. An amazing shot for a boundary. So the score moves on to 84 for the loss of 1 wicket from 11.1 over, guys. This is very good batting from
actually, Gill played very well today.
Nitish Rana. Yeah, Shubman Gill has been playing well. The last game as well, he
Yeah.
scored a 48. So he's been doing pretty much decent in how he's batting, and he's been playing responsibly as well. And that is exactly what you would want from someone like Shubman Gill, because he being a senior in the team, and he's also, I guess, the vice captain of the team. Maybe not officially. Officially, it would be Dinesh Karthik, who is the vice captain of the team. But then he's someone who captains the practice games often. So he is someone who's got that leadership capability, and he is now seen as a senior who can commit to this particular batting lineup, and who's supposed to be the anchor of this particular batting lineup, and he's been doing a tremendous job at that. And this is exactly what we expected from Shubman Gill. No one is expecting Shubman Gill to be that batsman who can score at a strike rate of 200. No, that's not what we're expecting from Shubman Gill. We're expecting him to stay throughout the innings and score at a strike rate of 100 or 105 or maybe 110 sometimes, right? As and when you progress, then keep improving the strike rate. But otherwise, we're expecting Shubman Gill to provide the
Oh,
stability. This is a beautiful
great
shot from
shot.
Nitish Rana, straight down the
Yeah,
ground
six.
to a six.
Come on.
Straight down the ground for a six. Nitish Rana scores a beautiful six straight down the ground on Phillips. This is becoming an expensive over. 12 runs from 4 balls
Yeah, four
already.
balls.
This is very good batting from Kolkata Knight Riders.
It's very
Uh,
important match.
It's a good six with the
Important.
75 meters, and Nitish Rana has come out with a positive intent, and that is very good to see as well. Not sure why.
Oh, another
Oh,
shot.
that's another shot. This time finding the
Oh,
fielder on
yeah.
the long off fence. Livingston
Yeah,
taking a catch there.
Livingston.
A very good catch from Livingston.
Livingston. Good catch.
So 11.5 overs complete.
92 for 2.
That's 94 for the loss of two wickets. That so if you've got a six in the over, then wait for another over. Why would you want to take another risk to hit that shot? That's exactly the problem with most of these players at this point in time. Like they they don't. I mean, they just have to take it ball by ball. You don't have to be so aggressive. When you score something, just stay and rotate the strike and then keep the scoreboard ticking. Why don't you understand that? Slow pitches, that is very important as well. So that's disappointment from KKR. A well scored 12 runs from just 3 or 4 deliveries, I believe, for Nitish Rana. But anyways, it is what it is. Nitish Rana has gone now. So Rahul Tripathi is probably the person who's going to come into the crease up next. I expected Rahul Tripathi to come in, but then I guess it's because of the the what do you call the left-right combination. Whenever a left-hander gets out, I guess Nitish Rana comes in, and if a right-hander gets out, then Tripathi comes in. That's how they're adjusting between themselves. But nevertheless, we've got Tripathi, and Tripathi has been in very good form as well. So it's time for him to shine in this particular game and take the game away for KKR Knight Riders. I mean. Kolkata Knight Riders. So this partnership should be increased for at least the next 4 overs, guys. I'd expect these people, I mean, both of them to stay in this crease for at least 15 overs, and then have people like Morgan and Russell to come in and
Oh,
score big
Russell
in the
is
last five
not
overs.
in this
That's
match.
yeah, Russell is not in this game. Thanks for the confirmation there, Srihari. Yeah, Russell is not in this game, which means we just have Ian Morgan and Dinesh Karthik to score in the later phase of the game. This is a good shot from found the gap from Ripati. This is a shot from a batsman who is in form. I can tell you that
Very
with
nice.
this is a shot from an informed batsman. He scored a beautiful boundary there through the gap and just piercing that mid wicket long on boundary gap and moving towards a boundary. So that's a very good start for Rahul Tripathi. He's scoring at a strike rate of 400, but then it's too early to comment on that. But his strike rate at this point in time is 400 point not not. Very good start from Rahul Tripathi. Hopefully, he continues the same form. This is a break now. 12 overs complete, and that is 98 for the loss of two wickets. Take it away, Sri Hari.
KKR have only 2 fast bowlers, Shivam Mavi and Lockie Ferguson. Why only 2 fast bowlers? I don't know.
A good question, actually, and I guess KKR played with the same kind of combination the last game as well, and that has got predominantly to do with how the pitch is behaving because it's been a slow pitch, and we've all known, the bowlers who can ball spin is what is being effective in all these slow pitches, and they've been quite successful with Narain and Varun Chakrabarti in the middle as well. I believe Shakib Al Hassan is as well in this game. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
So that's primarily the reason, guys. In a slow pitch, you expect your spinners to perform, and that's what is expected. I guess while fielding now. Shivam Dubey just injured his finger. Hopefully, that there is nothing serious about it. Shivam Dubey as well has contributed with an important, I believe, 64 or 65 in the previous matches, and he's been good for Rajasthan Royals. I guess it is a boundary. I'm not sure. They're checking for the boundary
I
confirmation.
think boundary.
Yeah, it's all good. There's no boundary.
No.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, it's all good, guys. Anyways, it's 100 for the loss of two wickets here for KKR. So 100 up at the 12.1 over. There's 8 more overs to be accurate. I guess around 63 balls is what is remaining in this particular game. We've got Mustafizur. One of the other reasons for Mustafizur to play is because the pitch is slow and he's good with all these off cutters and leg cutters, and he's very unpredictable in the way that he bowls those cutters. So that's the reason why he's probably playing the game today, and very well very well played as well. So it's 2 overs, 8 runs, and I guess 1 over 8 runs for Mustafizur. It's a good shot. He had no clue as to
Yeah,
what was coming in, the leg spinner, I mean the off cutter or the straight one. At last, he just pushed it
one
to
ball.
the square leg region. I mean, he just pushed it to the cover region for a single. Shubman Gill now 39 of 32 balls. He has to improve his strike rate. It's high time he improves his strike rate. But what do you think about Tripathi's form this particular season, Sri Hari? How important has Tripathi been for this particular season for KKR?
Actually, Tripathi played very well in this season.
That's a
Uh,
boundary. Sorry
yeah,
for cutting you off. That's a beautiful boundary from Shubman Gill scoring towards the square leg region. A beautiful boundary to start off with 105 for the loss of 2 wickets, 12.3 overs complete. Mustafiz scored, putting it, I mean, bowling a bit outside the leg stump, and that was beautifully batted away for a boundary. Shubman Gill had to go a bit more low to get the shot away. But that is exactly the point, right? When the pitch is low, the ball tends to be on the slower side and tends to not bounce to that sort of an extent. So you just have to adjust accordingly and play those shots. Wow, this is a good ball. This is a good
yeah,
comeback from Mustafizur.
yeah,
Yeah, please go ahead, Sri Hari. You were talking about Tripathi. Sorry for cutting you off.
yeah, no problem. Actually, uh, he didn't play well in Sharjah because uh, this season Sharjah mm, in Sharjah is very looks like bowling pitch. I think
Yeah, correct.
uh,
Absolutely. Yeah.
150 150 ahead above 150 is very hard in Sharjah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Of course, the first, I mean, the 2020 edition, the way that Sharjah behaved is completely different from what we are seeing from Sharjah now at the 2021 edition. The pitch is more on the slower side, and it's been very difficult for the batsmen to score runs. So it's been very hard for them, to be honest. So
this
yeah,
is
it is what it is, though.
120 match for Rahul
Yeah.
Tripathi.
Yeah, thank you for reading that stat out. Rahul Tripathi in his 100th match would be trying to Oh, that was a good ball. That is a good ball. This is exactly what Mustafizur can do. This is low pitch. He can just mix it up. And um, actually, to be honest, Rahul Tripathi had no clue whatsoever in this particular ball. And that's exactly what you can expect from a bowler like Mustafizur. So very well. It was lucky for Rahul Tripathi for not getting out in this particular ball, and it's going to be a risky guess. So tell me, Srihari, who are the other two batsmen who are, I mean, other two bowlers, the fast bowlers who are playing for KKR?
Um, actually, usually in this match, only two fast bowlers are there. But
All right.
um, usually Russell is also bowled very well. So, but he have some injury issues. So
No, no,
it's
who are the two bowlers, fast bowlers who are playing in this game?
for KKR,
Yeah.
Lockie Ferguson and Shubman.
All right. All right. So again, Lockie Ferguson is someone who is good with his pace. I'm not sure how far he's successful with the cutters and everything, but I'll be interested. I'll be intrigued to see that from Lockie Ferguson.
Mate, I will be back soon.
Yeah, sure, sure. Carry on. Guys, please share, subscribe, just put it on your WhatsApp, just share it across the streams. We'd love to have more people joining this particular stream and commenting on this game. It's an interesting match, and it's an important match as well for both the teams. Both of them have been playing good, and there's a good contest between the ball and the bat today. Rajasthan Royals, they picking up those both important wickets, so that has turned the match towards a bit towards Rajasthan's side, not completely though, but then they've managed to bounce back. That's how I put it. So it's time for Shubman Gill to take it away from Rajasthan Royals. Let's see how effective he's going to be. This is Shivam Dubey with the second over. See that's the reason, guys. If you see this game, it's more on the slower side. So what Sanjay Samson is trying to do is deploy a lot more slow bowlers. Trying to while away those overs as and when it is possible. That's exactly what he's trying to do, and it's working out well as well. So, anyways. Good batting from KKR at this point in time. Rahul Tripathi goes for a big shot this time down the ground, straight one for a boundary. A beautiful boundary from Rahul Tripathi. A shot from informed batsman Rahul Tripathi scores that boundary and moves to 10 runs from 5 balls, 113 for the loss of 2 wickets. KKR at this point in time. It's a beautiful shot. In fact, it was kind of a weird shot, if I have to be honest. No one actually plays with a straight bat for this particular shot when it's almost at your hip level. But then a good shot from Rahul Tripathi, a good adjustment towards the end. There's a beautiful shot this time towards the extra cover region for a boundary. Another shot, a very good shot from an informed batsman Rahul Tripathi. You can see how effectively he's reading the bowler, and this is a good over to score as well against Shivam Dubey. So a couple of boundaries in this over has made this over a bit more expensive and on the higher side. So this is almost 11 runs from this over. So which means that KKR are running away with this particular over. That's how I'd put it. Tewatia was giving a chase but had no clue whatsoever. A good shot. This one was a slower one, but then adjusted at the last moment. With a good fielding from Rian Parag at the boundary ropes, and that gets another couple of runs for Rahul Tripathi, which means that it's 13 runs from this over. Shubman Gill on 46 from 37 balls, and Rahul Tripathi 16 from 7 balls. As we enter the strategic timeout now, KKR at 119 for the loss of 2 wickets. This is going to be the last 6 overs of this batting. And if there is if I'm I mean we've got score predictions from three people in this particular stream. We've got one from Almighty Blues saying that the match would end up with KKR scoring a 170, and Sri Hari saying it would be a 160, and me with a 180. Guys, if there are new people who've joined in the stream, please post in your score prediction for this game, for the KKR match. So let's see if you guys get it right or not. But it's an interesting match, and the last 6 overs are as well are going to be interesting. Please share, like, subscribe to the channel. It does help the growth of the channel. We've got subscribers in crazy numbers from the way that we've started. So it's already been just 3 weeks, and we're already reaching the 100 subscriber mark, and it's going to be amazing if we could get that in the next couple of streams. And please like, share, and subscribe, guys. That helps. That really helps the YouTube algorithm go forward. So hopefully, so we will be bringing in a lot of content with respect to playoffs, and the injury updates and stuff in terms of cricket as well. We've had a lot of football content as well pumped into the channel before. Most of it has been football content, and we've started bringing in the cricket content. So anyways, it's going to be amazing, guys. Okay, we are joined by Sri Hari back in the channel.
Hey mate, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. So, guys, there's one challenge with respect to all these streams is that when it's a cricket stream, it's more difficult when you stream for cricket, because football streams are usually of 1 hour or 1.5 hours, and we would be able to end it within that period. And when you're commentating for the entire 4 hours of the time, it's very difficult to stream in that particular way. So I need support from you guys as well in joining the stream and helping out with the live stream, guys. So, Srihari, thanks for joining in today. We will have
Yeah.
another guest as well in the next 15 minutes. 9 o'clock, we'll have the new guest onto the channel. That's going to be his first appearance on the channel, and he is going to continue working with us. And he is very knowledgeable in football as well. And this is his first entry into the channel, and we are very happy and excited to have him into the channel. So, with that, the strategic timeout as well is over. Chetan Sarkaria with the ball, and he is very integral part of our Rajasthan Royals. He's been a very integral part of Rajasthan Royals in this particular season.
Yeah.
It's already been 2 overs and 13 runs, Sarkaria, but haven't picked up any wicket. So he would be, looking to get a
Nice.
couple of one, and that's a very good
Oh,
shot. That's a very good
yeah.
shot. But then
A single.
a single at the end of that shot. So it's kind of it's got to do with the slowness in the pitch. That's how I put it, because you see the bowlers trying to bowl a lot of off cutters. Even this particular ball was an off cutter, and they try to bowl a lot of off cutters. The reason being it's a slow pitch, and when you bowl cutters, you tend to make the batsman play more than you giving pace on the ball, and that is working well for Rajasthan Royals. So they've read the pitch properly. Hopefully, KKR as well does the same, and um, you know ball
Overthrow.
successfully in this pitch.
Oh,
And yeah, okay. Shriyari, you might have to reduce the volume from your end a bit, because it's too loud for me on my
okay.
end on the headphone. So it's an interesting debate, right, guys? When you see this particular game, if KKR wins this game, MI would have a difficult chance getting into the playoffs. And if KKR loses this game, then Rajasthan as well has a good chance to get into the playoffs. Let's remember this. This is the last game for both these teams. If KKR wins this game, they'll go to 14 points, and they already have a good run rate thanks to the RCB game. And if Rajasthan wins this game, they'll go to 12 points, and KKR will still be at 12 points, but then will still have a higher run rate than that of Rajasthan. But it gives a good opening for Mumbai to win against Hyderabad and get to 14 and qualify directly. So that's exactly where they'll have to be very careful. They just have to win this game and pray to God that Mumbai does not get anything out of the Hyderabad game. Hyderabad fan here, Srihari. So Srihari, are you hopeful that you guys could trouble Mumbai in the upcoming match and create a win for that would help KKR in the meanwhile?
Is this okay? This voice
Yeah, a bit more lower would still work fine. That's okay. Anyways, it's fine.
now?
That was, yeah. This is good.
Okay.
131. The ball was at 131, but Shubman
A
Gill scores
very
a
good
boundary.
50.
A beautiful 50, but not the ideal way to get a 50. That was a inside edge. That was an inside edge, finding the gap between the keeper and the leg slip. If there was a leg slip, that would have been a gap there. But anyways, he got to that 50-run mark from 40 deliveries, and that's going to be a pressure that is being relieved of Shubman Gill. And from now on, he should be targeting. He should be trying to hit every single delivery for a boundary or a six. So hopefully he gets some score and moves the scoreboard forward. He tries to come down the ground, tries to attempt a shot straight down the ground, but then goes to Chetan Sarkaria, um, who collects the ball successfully, and that's the end of the 15th over, 127 for the loss of 2 wickets, KKR.
So back to the question. Hyderabad already disqualified from this season. So we are just supporting all teams, like make them win.
Yeah, so support KKR and try to win Mumbai, right?
Yeah, we
Mumbai has
already.
Mumbai has already been the champion 5 times, and why not
Yeah,
give KKR another chance this time?
yeah. So
I still
what?
remember last couple of seasons, you guys have been troubling us by just getting into the playoffs and getting out of playoffs as quickly as you got in. It's a good ball from Chris Morris, starting off
Yeah,
steadily with a single. Tripati moving on to 19 from 10 deliveries, and Shubman Gill well scored 52 of 41 deliveries. This is the time for Shubman Gill to attack more and successfully get KKR to a good score. Hopefully, he
Hyderabad,
does that.
Hyderabad will do needful for all teams.
Yeah,
Also,
and the needful for KKR now is a victory against Mumbai. Hyderabad's victory against Mumbai. So
so we have Roy. He's in the very good form. So let's see. We will beat Mumbai Indians. And actually, I'm also supporting Kolkata in this match. And let's see.
all right, all right. Uh, Srihari, can you share this particular stream with Rajesh also in YouTube? Just share the link with him so that he is able to connect as well. That's a beautiful shot and a beautiful attempt on the sixer rope, but then Phillips was not able to get to the ball on time. I guess that's a six. The audience out there are showing a six symbol. Hopefully, that is a six. Srihari, I hope you understood what I'm talking about, right?
Uh, Actually, I don't know. Can you say again?
Can you call Rajesh and then share this particular stream, the YouTube stream, with him so that he's able to listen to it as well?
Oh, okay. Sure, sure.
Yeah. All right. Um, yes, that was a brilliant ball. I don't think so. It's a six. It's a one bounce and over the rope, I believe. But a beautiful shot from Shubman Gill. What a flick on his pads, and this exactly requires some sort of a talent to perform this way, guys. A beautiful shot from Shubman Gill towards the end. I believe this is a white ball. Yeah, that's a white ball. A good call from the umpire. Shubman Gill trying to accelerate now. 56 of 43 deliveries already. 7 whites and 8 extras bowled in this particular innings for Rajasthan. Yeah, by Rajasthan Royals for KKR. 133 for the loss of 2 wickets. KKR at 15.3 overs, guys. It's still ongoing, and KKR doing a great job at that. A good shot from Shubman Gill was found the fielder straight there. Yashasvi Jaiswal picking up a beautiful catch from Chris Morris. He was in no position to hit that shot, if I'm to be honest. Um, but it is what it is. Shubman Gill has done the job for KKR at this point in time, scoring up 56 of 45 deliveries. This is exactly what is expected out of a player like Shubman Gill, and he's done the best that he could possibly do for KKR at this point in time. And a good job from Shubman Gill towards the end. uh, I wouldn't read too much into how Shubman Gill got out. This is something that he has to do at this point in time. 44 balls gone, and that's 56 for Shubman Gill. He took 44 balls to score this, but so that's great. But we've got Dinesh Karthik incoming for the next batting, and that's a good change as well from Ian Morgan. He has realized that he's not been in good form, and he's been getting out cheaply, and he's brought in Dinesh Karthik, who could score quick fire runs, and that's a good
Sent the
sign.
link.
Sorry.
Sent the link to him.
All right. Did you check with him if he's logged in?
Yeah.
All right.
Let me give a minute.
All right. All right. Sure. Okay, so it's 15.4 overs, 133 for the loss of 3 wickets. The last wicket that was to fall was Shubman Gill, 56 of 44 deliveries. This is Dinesh Karthik with his first ball. A good fielding in the point region from Chetan Sarkaria. Chris Morris with a beautiful bouncer there, and Dinesh Karthik tackling it with and moving to a single. He was deep inside the crease. Shubman Gill trying to hit this ball as straight as possible in the V, but then it took a top edge and a very good catch, a well judged catch from Yashasvi Jaiswal. It was actually popping out of his finger, but then towards the end he managed to grab the ball, and that is the end of Shubman Gill's innings this time. So this is Dinesh Karthik on strike now. Dinesh Karthik What is the expected total from Vignesh here? Vignesh, first of all, thank you, mate, for joining in the stream. He's an avid cricket fan as well, a CSK supporter. So we've got um, a community here of different fan base. We've got a CSK fan, a Bangalore fan, and a Hyderabad fan here. So it's good to have people from different fan base here. So my prediction for this particular game, I'm kind of biased towards KKR. You know me well, so I'd say in the range of 180 probably for KKR. In the next four overs trying to score 40 runs, so that could well be a 180. So that's exactly what I'm looking for. But then we've got Almighty Blues already predicting a 170, and Sri Hari predicting a 160. Vignesh, now tell me, what is your score prediction for this game? KKR score prediction. All right. As we have Vignesh answering that question, um, I would like to tell you guys that this stream is going to be on for the until the end of this game. So please like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. You can uh, view this channel for all cricket related content. So this is a good double from Dinesh Karthik, picking up a very quick double, kind of a very sensitive way on picking up those doubles. So like the way that he's picked up that double, and that's exactly what you want from your finisher as well. Not just scoring big scores, but then picking up those singles and doubles so that you keep the scoreboard taking up next. The next game would probably be against would probably be Royal Challengers Bangalore against Delhi Capitals, the 56th game. But before that, there's another game as well. I missed that, while talking to you guys. But that's the evening match. I believe there's two matches tomorrow as well. So with tomorrow, I believe the league round would come to an end. Dinesh Karthik and Tripathi playing here. Tripathi has moved on to 20 from 11 deliveries, and Dinesh Karthik has scored 4 runs from 2 balls. Um, it's a dot ball, an important dot ball from Mustafizur. 138 for the loss of 3 wickets here. KKR 16.3 overs complete. This is the time where KKR needs to accelerate. We can see that they are missing Russell at this point in time. Not that he's contributed a lot with the bat this season, but having that Russell factor in the team is always great, and that is exactly what we are missing at this point in time. But nevertheless, they're doing a good job, and let's play with the people who are in the team and not worry about the others. So Mustafizur with the next ball here. Um, he just slapped that ball, moving towards the mid wicket region, the deep mid wicket for a single. Tripathi has a good strike rate of 156 in this particular IPL, and he's been doing good as well. I think Muzi is doing good. So they need to score a little high in 18th and 20th over to boost the total. Absolutely, absolutely right from Vignesh. He's got a good understanding of the game. Vignesh, if you ask me, is Mustafizur has been good in the way that he is bowling. This pitch is a bit towards the slower side, and that's the region. This is a beautiful shot from Dinesh Karthik, almost out of the stadium. I believe that is out of the stadium, guys. He picked up the right ball. He knew the ball was going to be on the rise, and he's probably going to bowl a slow ball, and he was ready on the back foot. As soon as the ball came in, he pounced on that, and what a shot from one of our commentators in the Ashes and probably most of the games that India is playing nowadays, Dinesh Karthik, the stylish commentator, scoring a stylish six here. Beautiful shot from Dinesh Karthik. This is something that should be given 12, not just 6 runs. High and handsome from Dinesh Karthik. Yes, that's a 113. That's a delivery that was balled in 113, and he knew exactly that there was a slow ball coming in. That was a dangerous. Oh, that all that was dangerous from Dinesh Karthik. It it didn't have to be that way. There was no run whatsoever in that particular ball, and um, glad that he was not out. I don't think so. It was an out, but then it's going to the third umpire to check though. Hopefully, it is not a wicket. But guys, we are almost. Oh, that's close, guys. That's close. Wow. He's not out though, but then it was close. Trust me, it was a very close call. But Dinesh Karthik is saved by a few margin. Not out. 16.5 overs complete, 145 for the loss of 3 wickets. Okay, 17 overs complete, 145 for the loss of 3 wickets. Guys, the last 3 overs here, 145. So, in order to reach my prediction, they have to score a 35 run in the last 3 overs so that they go to that 180 mark. Otherwise, they still have that the mark that was actually called by many of the people here from Vignesh to Srihari was 160 plus. So yeah, obviously 160 plus is something that is decent, and they probably will do that. There's no doubt about it. This is 15 more runs from 18 more deliveries. I really think they will be able to do that. This is Chetan Sarkaria. That's a clean ball, a beautiful off cutter. Rahul Tripathi had no clue whatsoever. The first ball was a beautiful off cutter straight on the middle stump, and this is a huge blow for KKR towards the end here, because Tripathi is one such batsman who can score those big shots, and he has been in tremendously brilliant form. But a beautiful ball from Chetan Satkaria picking up that wicket. So that's one more thing, right? I mean, there are reasons why you get picked up for the Indian team, and this is exactly why he was picked up for the World Cup squad as well. Chetan Satkaria doing an excellent job towards the death. A beautiful off cutter from around the wicket, finding the middle stump, and what a delivery to close this particular innings for Rahul Tripathi. So Rahul Tripathi is now gone for anyone from 14 balls, a well-made 21 and a well-helpful 21 as well. 145 for the loss of 4 wickets. KKR, they have to at this point in time accelerate and score at a brilliant strike rate. They also have Shakib Al Hassan as well, I guess, in the dugout, who can come in and bat for the last 2 or 3 overs. So Ian Morgan has no time whatsoever to get onto form and then hit those runs. He just have to start contributing from the first ball, and he's been out of form, guys. If I'm to be honest, he's been out of form. Rahul missed this side of the ball. Yeah, I mean, see, when you come from around the wicket, what happens naturally is that that creates an angle for the bowler, and it's very difficult for you as a right-hand batsman to you know bat against that particular angle, and you don't have to play across. He was actually confused as to play across or as to play straight, and at the end he decided to play across, and he was long way late for that particular shot, and that's a beautiful off cutter. He was expecting an off cutter, to be honest, and then it did not swing as much, or it did not turn as much as what he expected. Here is Chetan Sarkaria. With another ball, there was a wide. I mean, there was a good appeal from Chetan Sarkaria, but that's not a wicket. I don't think so. It's a wicket. They're trying to. Okay, they've gone for the review. If I'm to be honest, this was no way close to the stumps, because first of all, he came out and he was playing out of the line as well. So I'm not sure if this is a wicket, but Sarkaria was like, okay, fine, just go ahead and take the review. If you're not using it now, when are you going to use it? There's just 2 more overs. So they just went for the review that way. And let's see if, wow, it's actually closer than I imagined, guys. It's actually closer than I imagined. Third umpire Yashwant Pate. Nah. Hmm.
It's hitting the back leg though, so there's a good chance that it could become a wicket. But I guess the impact is outside the off, so I don't think so. They'll go even further than that if the impact is outside the off. So, um, yeah, there you go. Impact is outside the off. They're not going to go for the ball tracking as well. So that's it. Review is lost for Rajasthan Royals. So Chetan Sakaria and Sanju Samson successfully has wasted a review, but it's towards the end, guys. So there's no harm in wasting the reviews. It's just you giving a try for these particular um, taking a chance, right? Basically. So this is Dinesh Karthik now. He's going to come again from around the wicket, and he's probably going to try the same as that of what he did with Rahul Tripathi. Let us see if Dinesh Karthik can adjust accordingly and play this particular ball. A beautiful ball again on the patch, this time drifting to the patch, and a very good single from Dinesh Karthik, which brings Ian Morgan onto the strike. 147 for the loss of 4 wickets. This over has been brilliant from Chetan Sakaria. Just 2 runs of this over and already a wicket to his name. He's been bowling brilliant on the death, and this is a lethal combination in slow games, guys. Both Chetan Sarkaria and Mustafizur. I believe that Chetan Sarkaria has learned a lot from Mustafizur because he's the one who bowls a lot of cutters, off cutters, leg cutters, back of the hand deliveries, and I believe he's learned a lot actually, and that is helping him a lot in terms of his growth as well, his personal growth as well, and his contribution to the team has also been immense in the last season for Chetan Sarkaria and Rajasthan. Morgan is in a bad form. Do you think he can make a change now? Absolutely. I mean, Morgan has been in a very bad form. The only reason that it has not been noted is because the team is actually winning games, and his form has not come to the limelight because of that. And that is exactly the reason why you saw Dinesh Karthik coming out to bat today before Morgan. It used to be usually Morgan first and then Dinesh Karthik, but then this time it is the other way around. And the reason why that happened was because Morgan was not confident on his batting himself, and that is why he pushed pick up the order. But it is not going to help you. I mean, the last 2 overs or 3 overs, you obviously have to be the person who's going to take this game and then score high and give out a respectable total. All that you can expect from your openers is that they play around the 10 overs or the 12 overs and score around 100 runs and give you a good start. But apart from that, you have to deliver for the last 8 overs as a batsman and a captain coming towards that finishing area. And that is where I see players like Dhoni, Virat Kohli, those guys stay towards the end of the game and then try to complete the game before they uh, you know and ensure that the game is a victory. And that is exactly what I'd like to see from Jan Morgan as well. But this is a beautiful bowling from Mustafizur. An amazing slow ball. He's got no clue whatsoever to play those deliveries. First of all, he's coming from England, guys. When you come from England, the players when they come from foreign countries and playing these cutters and the areas where it spins a lot. It's kind of difficult, to be honest. It's kind of difficult for those sort of batsmen because they are batsmen who, if it is Australia, it's more around the true bounce. They kind of are used to playing in true bounce situations, and if it is England, they're more used to playing in swinging conditions, but they're not used to playing in this cutters and the swings sort of condition, and dry wickets. That is not exact. That is there's more of a subcontinent type of condition. And when you have batsmen from England and Australia traveling here, they find it very hard. And that is exactly why you don't see Kane Williamson as well as being as effective as he is usually away from India or away from the subcontinent area. He is an effective batsman. It's not that he's not talented, but then this pitch now is more leaning towards the subcontinent condition. And that is exactly the reason why they're not able to capitalize on it as foreign batsmen. But this is Dinesh Karthik now trying something cheeky but not working out. 18.3 overs complete, 149 for the loss of 4 wickets. This is a beautiful over, turning out to be a beautiful over, which is 1 run from this over from Mustafizur. He's been doing a tremendous job from Rajasthan trying to contain this final overs, and Chetan Sarkaria has been also very supportive. On the other hand, Sanju Samson with a good collect and trying to throw the ball, preventing a single there. So to answer your question, Vignesh, Morgan is in a bad form. Do you think he can make a change now? I don't think so. He will make any change. He is still going to be out of form for the entire season, if I'm to be honest. And I don't really mind, because if he's out of form, that's helpful for India when we play against England in the World Cup. So the next ball, single towards the mid-wicket region from Dinesh Karthik. In KKR moves to 150 for the loss of 4 wickets from 18.4. So I believe it's coming to the score prediction of you guys, Vignesh, Srihari, and Almighty Blues. I don't think so. It's going to go to 180 after this, because it's almost 22 runs required from the last 8 deliveries, and I don't see that happening with both these bowlers bowling brilliantly towards the death. But there is a good possibility that it could come to 160, and there is and that is exactly the score line that these guys are targeting as well, I believe, because the pitch is low, and that means that it gives a good chance for the KKR spinners as well to capitalize in this game. So let's see how it is, guys. My video seems to be streaming, so I might be picking up a delay here, but I'll try to cope up as much as possible. Um, so the last ball here from Mustafizur to Morgan, that's 1 run to the fine leg region. So with that, it comes to the end of. Oh, there is a boundary, the 18.5 over towards the fine leg region again. Not the fine leg, obviously. Towards the third man region, just slice the bat. So that's a beautiful boundary in the 18.5 over from Mustafizur. Sorry, from Ian Morgan, and the last ball was a very good single from Ian Morgan. So, anyways, it's 155 for the loss of 4 wickets from 19 overs, guys. We are entering the last over of this particular game. To get to your score prediction, guys, it just is 5 runs away. KKR is just 5 runs away, and if it has to move on to the score prediction of Almighty Blues, then there are 15 runs, and mine is like way beyond. It's 25 runs in the last over. I don't see that happening now. But guys, tell me one thing. What do you think about KKR's performance? Is 155 good on this pitch? Let's probably take another 5 runs. In the last over, right? Let's have a minimum of 5 runs and consider it's 160. Is 160 a good total in this particular pitch? This is the Sarjah ground, guys, and Sarjah is tending towards being a slow pitch, and it's being very difficult for the second innings team to play on this pitch historically in this particular season. So, what do you think about this score in this pitch? Let's consider 160, right? This is Chris Morris bowling his final over. A beautiful ball, an off cutter. I believe that should be called a wide. I'm not sure if it will be called a wide. No, it's not called a wide. It's a bice though. So it's a single of the first ball. 19.1 overs complete, 156 for the loss of 4 wickets. KKR cruising at a run rate of 8.14. At Sharjah, at this point in time, this run rate is good. 5 more deliveries. Chris Morris, 3.1 balls, complete 18 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. The last 5 deliveries of the innings, guys. Then we'll take a quick break, and then we'll be back during the second innings. This is Chris Morris trying to bowl his second ball here. Long on and long off are on the fences. So Dinesh Karthik to face this ball. Beautiful shot down the mid-wicket region, picking up a single. So it's kind of being slow now. A run rate is 8.12. Couple of singles in the first 2 deliveries, and that is exactly what you can expect from Sarjah pitch at this point in time. As you said about the pitch, do you think the same kind of pitch will be there for the World Cup T20s? I honestly think if the pitch is remaining the same, it's going to be very difficult and it won't be that entertaining. So, but there is one twist here, right? When the World Cup gets over, there is a good time for the pitch curators to get something out of the pitch. So there could be a different Sarjah pitch towards the end in the World Cup. So this is a wide ball, guys, a good collect and trying to hit the ball, hit the stumps, the bowler, but then misses off, which means that there's a overthrow, 1 run picked up as well. So that's a couple of runs in this particular ball, an extra, a wide basically, and then a single as well. So extras in this particular innings has been 12 from Rajasthan Royals with 9 wides being bowled. That's kind of bad. If you ask me, 9 wides in a single innings it's actually bad. But no matter whatsoever, it was a risky single, and it has to be that risky because it's towards the end, and it doesn't matter if Ian Morgan is getting out on the other side. But that puts Dinesh Karthik on the strike now. He's about to face his third delivery of this over. He's about to face the third delivery of this over. This is Chris Morris bowling the third ball. Dinesh Karthik to face it, and it's a beautiful shot. Did not get it to the center of the bat, and a good fielding at the deep by Chetan Sarkaria, a fumble there, but then he was able to collect it towards the end. I guess that's because of the due condition with the ball. And 19.3 overs complete, 160 for the loss of 4 wickets, putting Ian Morgan on strike now. KKR seem like they need Sanju's support the most. Yeah, they need Sanju's support in terms of how he gets out. So if Sanju Samson gets out, then I'm happy. And he's the only person who's in form at this point in time in the team. Otherwise, the team is containable. This is Chris Morris with the fourth ball. That's a beautiful ball, and that was a misfield. There you go, Sanju's support here, and that's a boundary, which means KKR now moved to 164 for the loss of 4 wickets, 19.4 overs complete. With this particular boundary, the extras have gone to 16. That is bad from Rajasthan Royals. They have to contain the extras. In a slow pitch like this, you cannot concede 16 extras and with 9 wides, 2 leg byes, and 5 extras and overthrow as well. You don't bowl this way in slow pitches because this can come back to haunt you. In slow pitches where the run is very difficult to get, you don't give a lot of extras. But then let's see if this is going to come back to hurt Rajasthan Royals. This is a 19.5th over being bowled by Chris Morris, 164 for the loss of 4 wickets. Ian Morgan on strike, a beautiful shot. This is finds the right space on the deep mid-wicket region. A beautiful shot for a six. Ian Morgan moves to 13 from 10 balls. 19.5th ball is being blasted to a six, which means that comes to 170 for the loss of 4 wickets for KKR. And this is exactly what was the scoreline that was predicted by Almighty Blues FC. So that's a good score prediction. We've got one more ball to go. Hopefully, if there is a boundary or a six, then we could see a target of 175, which is very difficult in the Sarjah pitch to score. Would be the target for Rajasthan Royals. But let's see. And as an answer towards your question, this is a decent total to defend, but it's completely dependent on KKR bowlers. Absolutely, this is completely dependent on the KKR bowlers, and KKR has gone on with 3 spinners, which is going to suit the condition well. But no matter whatsoever, that's a single of the last ball, 171 for the loss of 4 wickets, 20 overs complete. That means the target for Rajasthan Royals would be 172 when they come out to bat now. So the review has not been taken. Not do they have any review. I believe that KKR will be happy with this particular score that they've scored now. We will have a quick 10 minutes break, guys, and then we will come in and then perform an analysis of this match, and we'll start from there. And now I'm going to have my dinner as well. You guys as well have your dinner, and let me catch you guys in 10 minutes. And when we come back, we'll have another guest. We'll have another guest as well on the show, and he is getting ready, and this is his debut on this particular show. And let's see how he doesn't, I mean, he's so much into football and not into cricket, but then let's see how he copes up with this particular stream. But give me a 10 minutes break, and we'll all take a 10 minutes break, have your dinner, come back here to the stream, and then we'll have a very good second innings chase from Rajasthan Royals. Hopefully a good chase for Rajasthan Royals, and hopefully a very good bowling performance from KKR to for us to keep it entertaining. So I'm just going to keep the stream running live for the next 10 minutes, but then I'll switch off the audio and the video, and I'll meet you guys in the next 10 minutes. 9:30. Let's have 9:30 as the time when we return back, and we'll come back with a surprise guest for the stream, and he's going to be in the stream a lot more as well from this point onwards. So see you guys until then. 9:30, guys. Sharp 9:30. Let's come in. Very excited for the new guest. Okay, just note this point, guys. He's very excited about the new guest. Okay, and note the name on top of it as well. So let's see. There you go. There you go. We are here for the second half. All right. All right. Um,
Okay.
hey, Shriyari. Hi. How are you?
Yeah.
Thanks for joining back in.
Yeah.
Um,
Shaki Billison is back with us for opening over.
Yeah, this is Shakib Al Hasan bowling his first over. So they've depended on spin to start the over, and it's a beautiful dot ball to start off with for Yashasvi Jaiswal. Zero point
Yeah.
0.1 overs complete. A shot attempt from Yashasvi Jaiswal, a bit premature to be honest. Vignesh, if you're watching the stream, please join in
Oh,
with the
very
link
good. Very good.
that is provided on the back on the chat window.
Very good. Out. Come on.
Ball in. That's
Yeah.
it. Zero point 0.2 overs. That is Shakib Al Hasan picking up Yashasvi Chase while trying to reverse sweep. Had no clue whatsoever. You don't reverse sweep on your second ball if you don't understand how the batsman or how the bowler is actually bowling. So that is zero point 0.3 overs, zero for the loss of one wicket. This is Rajasthan Royals struggling now. Shakib Al Hasan comes in, picks up a beautiful wicket. This is an unbelievable start for Kolkata Knight Riders. This is exactly what they would have hoped for, knocking off that off stump of Yashasvi Jaiswal after a reverse sweep attempt. We've got Blue Clouds TV as well on the stream. Hello, bro. Hope you are doing great. Nizian here. Nizian, we're doing absolutely great. We've got a live stream that is going on in cricket. I know that you don't follow cricket, neither do you understand the rules of it, but then it's great to have you here. And at some point in time, we would definitely connect, and I'll explain you the rules of cricket, and I'd be happy to have you here as well, watching you from the hospital. I hope it's all good with you and not any problem. Um, but thank you so much for watching me from the hospital. Take care and get well soon, my brother. And we've got the surprise guest. So we've got Vicky. We've got Vicky on the call. So this is Vignesh, guys. This is like okay. Okay, I've just muted Vignesh here. So to just introduce Vignesh, this is the first time he is on the stream, and he's going to be contributing to the channel, and he's going to be running our Insta page as well. So we've started a new Insta page. In case if you've not checked out, VJ for Sports is the Instagram tagline or page or whatever you call that. So you can check out the latest updates on that channel as well. And Vignesh here is going to be the admin of it, and he's going to run that channel as well as he's going to be part of these live streams as well. This is 4 balls completed, five balls completed, zero for the loss of one wicket. Rajasthan Royals struggling. Sanjay Samson already in the crease. Livingston as well on the opening crease now. Srihari,
So,
can you mute your TV volume? If you get the TV volume, then we will have copyrights issues and all that. So
oh,
yeah.
actually, I
So
muted.
that's one over complete. That is one for the loss of one wicket. Shakib Al Hasan with a beautiful start for Kolkata Knight Riders. Exactly what they hoped for at this point in time. Vignesh, do you mind, switching on your camera or something? We cannot see a camera though. Guys, this is a brilliant start for Kolkata Knight Riders whatsoever. Exactly the kind of start they wanted. They've removed Yashasvi Jaiswal already cheaply for a duck. We've got Livingston who's yet to start his scoring, and we've got Sanjay Samson who's picked up a single from 3 balls. And this is Shivam Mavi on his first over, 23 matches played, 19 wickets at an economy of 8.44. Not that great of an economy to be honest, but good for pace bowlers who are bowling in power play overs. So Shivam Mavi, this is a good. Hopefully he starts off well as well. Vicky, you there on the call? Can you hear me loud and clear?
Another wicket. So he's also out.
A beautiful catch there on the rise towards the short mid wicket area where Ian Morgan was perfectly placed. That's a beautiful captaincy there. Shivam Mavi picking up the
Yeah,
first wicket for in his first delivery. Sanju Samson has gone on and picked that ball wrongly. So that's a one wicket down here. Sanju Samson goes out for a single, which means that is two for the loss. I mean, one for the loss of two wickets. This is
yeah,
KKR's dream start. KKR's dream start here, guys. Absolutely brilliant. A very important wicket here. Sanju Samson, who's been on form for them lately,
almost
Rajasthan. But then this is on form for Rajasthan lately, but then Sanju Samson is now gone away cheaply for just one runs from four deliveries. This is a dream start for KKR fans, and this is exactly what KKR fans would have hoped for. A beautiful captaincy and a brilliant placement, a short mid wicket for Sanju Samson, bowling that ball to his hips. Which he tried flicking, but then the flick was not in the right area, which means that the captain himself picks up the wicket in the short mid wicket region, and Sanju Samson is now gone for one runs from four deliveries. Are they checking no ball or something? No, right?
no, no, no.
Okay, all good. Shivam Dubey coming into the crease. A 6 foot tall batsman, Shivam Dubey here. He has scored, in the past in this particular match, like 60 runs, 60 odd runs. But um, let's see if he can do something in this particular game. So
So, what do you think about CSK's last two matches? They are not in form. So, what do you think about CSK?
uh, Vignesh, I hear a lot of noise on the background. All right, when it comes to CSK's, form, yeah, they've not been winning the last three games, and they've been losing all of it. I wouldn't read too much into it. It's anyways, they've already qualified, so it is what it is. But hopefully, they win their qualifiers matches. That they're going to be playing against, hopefully Delhi. But yeah, let's see how it pans out. I wouldn't read too much into the way that Um, CSK are playing at this point in time. This is Shivam Dubey with a beautiful shot, opening the face of the bat, and that's a beautiful boundary. Oh, that's a beautiful save, actually.
Yeah,
Rahul Tripathi with the diving save, preventing that boundary, and beautiful commitment from. Good to see that commitment from Rahul Tripathi saving that boundary, which means that's a double. I guess it's a three or a two. I'm not sure what that is, but that is an excellent job. That much I can tell you. Ian Morgan applauds that particular dive and effort from Rahul Tripathi. So that's a couple of runs actually for Shivam Dubey off his first delivery on the bat, and he seems to be in good nick, opening the face of the bat and scoring that single. Shivam Dubey now. This is three runs of. Okay, Shivam Mavi to Shivam Dubey. That's a good dot ball there, 138 kilometers per hour. Vignesh is getting ready with the studio setup, so we'll give him that time. Um, but this was a must-win game for um, Rajasthan Royals, and this performance up the start is not that great.
I think at this point the most happiest people would be the Mumbai Indians team.
Absolutely. I mean, if that's a good point that was made by Vicky here as well, because if KKR wins this game, guys, they can see on how well they should be winning the game, Mumbai, and start preparing their team accordingly as well. So this gives them a good opportunity as well. And at the same time, if KKR wins this game with a good margin, it's going to be difficult on Mumbai side. So either can happen.
I think in that case both the MI and CSK fans are going to be happy.
Yeah, correct. That'll make sense because if KKR loses this game, that would again give Mumbai an advantage because KKR would be at 12 alongside even Rajasthan and Punjab, and Mumbai will have an opportunity to go to 14 if they win against Hyderabad, and that will qualify them straight ahead. So if you were to ask me, I'd say Mumbai would be happy if KKR loses this game, though. If they
Right.
if Yeah, if KKR wins this game, they're going to have this, tug of war when it comes to the run rate aspect of it. And KKR has had a bad experience in the past against the run, in terms of run rate, losing very marginally in terms of run rate. So hopefully they qualify this season because the last season we all know the way that Ajinkya Rahane from Delhi played out, and that made Hyderabad qualify for the qualifiers. I mean, for the eliminator, and KKR had to go out of the playoffs. Anyways, 2 overs complete, guys. 4 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. Shivam Navi completing a beautiful over. 1 wicket completed. 1 wicket picked up from 3 runs, and 3 runs given from that 1 over. Vignesh, welcome to the channel. This is the first time
Hi,
that
hi.
I'm seeing you on the live. Take it off here.
I know, right? I missed the first half, but I'm just checking Twitter, and then somebody just said DRS is don't review Sanju. Just at this
Absolutely.
point, and I'm just thinking what I missed from Sanju so much that they just said don't review Sanju.
See, the thing is, when you have someone like Sanju Samson, the problem that you have him, like you have him as a captain, but the problem is with Sanju Samson, the consistency is the key factor. I mean, he lacks consistency so much that Indian team, when he gets picked up for the Indian team, he goes straight into out of form, and then he doesn't score runs in beat whatsoever position that he plays in. So when you are a captain, it's very important that you're a consistent performer, or else you should at least know how to win the team, right? Like how Ian Morgan does now, because he's not scoring that much of runs, let's be honest. But then he's at least making sure that the team wins so that his form doesn't come into the limelight. But then this is third over, guys. Narine bowling is the first over.
Yeah.
5 runs. That is a first ball single from Sunil Narine. From Sunil Narain's bowling. Shakib Al Hasan is being replaced by Sunil Narain. Livingston is still on a knot. He's not yet started scoring. Shivam Dube, though, has moved on to 4 runs from 5 balls. 2.1 overs complete.
Yeah.
Next to bat, we've got Glenn Phillips, who's a good batsman, but in Australian condition, if I'm to be honest. And this beautiful shot through the gap for a boundary. Rajasthan Royal move on to 9 runs from for 2 wickets. That is Sunil Narain giving out a boundary for Livingston. That Liam Livingston, he's been predominantly a back foot player, so he just have to be very careful when he bowls to Sunil Narain when he bowls to Liam Livingston, because he's good at the back foot, and when you have players, just 2 players outside the ring, it's very hard. It's a good fielding, and the next ball, trying for a run out attempt, but then that moves. It's an overthrow, but then there's no run picked up. Anyways, that makes Livingston move to 5 runs from 3 balls. Srihari, did you have something that you wanted to say?
Yeah, actually, it's very hard situation for Rajasthan. They misses Butler at this situation. Butler is very important at this situation.
I agree. I agree to this completely. They're missing the entire England squad that was supposed to arrive for Rajasthan and provide that base for them, because they were dependent on the English team to come in and have their say. The you've seen Stokes going away
Just
from
also,
mental fatigue, and Joss Butler is also not here. Jofra Archer as well is out due to injury. So it's not looking good in terms of the player availability for Rajasthan. That is exactly the reason why they are at this point in time in this position. So, but then they should have done better. Having people like Kumar Sangakkara as your coach, you would expect a lot more from Rajasthan, a good fight from Rajasthan, but for some reasons we're not able to see that. But what's your take on this position for Rajasthan, Vicky? What do they have to do to come out of this position?
I think at this point anything could happen. The strategy they changes, all of it is not really going to be helpful.
Hmm.
Maybe that Mumbai Indian auntie who prays may help.
So this is exactly what you get from someone like Vicky, because he has a good sense of humor, and that brings in a lot of value when it comes to the channel. So he's also a stand-up comedian. He does some stand-up shows as well. You can, I'm not sure, maybe I'll get his links and all that if he has a YouTube channel or something. Then
And
maybe we
at
could
this
I
point,
can
my
provide.
stand-up career is as poor as Dhoni's performance. I mean, I'm just shooting out very controversial opinions, but hey,
It's completely all right. I mean, it's a fan base where there are like multiple, people from multiple parts of the nation are actually seeing this particular stream. So we've got people from UK as well streaming into this particular channel. So not a problem. You can voice out your opinion, and of course, Dhoni's form is poor. Even though Dhoni's fans may not accept it, I mean, his form is still poor. So it's what it is. Lockie Ferguson with his next over, fourth over is being bowled by Lockie Ferguson. He's getting a good bounce, if I'm to be honest, and that's very important because if he starts getting bounce and then if he's able to use those off cutters and leg cutters, it's going to be very difficult to pick, like how it was with Mustafizur in the
Oh,
opposite
too
team.
high. Oh,
Yeah,
yes, yes, out.
okay, I can hear the excitement in Shia's voice.
Yeah.
yeah, and I'm actually viewing this particular game in the internet, which means I'm going to have some delay. So as I read this game, this is how I'd put it. Lockie Ferguson with a beautiful length ball, and that was wrongly picked by Livingston, going straight up in the air, and I'm not sure who took the catch though. Lockie Ferguson though picking up the wicket, which means Rajasthan Royals are seriously struggling at 12 for the loss of 3 wickets from 3 overs. Not even 3 overs; it's just 2.1 overs or three.
Might be a little too early to call it out, but let's just give this match for KKR, man, at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I was just talking about this particular game being a 4 hour stream, and it's going to be difficult than football games, but then they're making it much comfortable for me now. Hopefully, this game gets over at 3 hours, and then I get another extra hour of my schedule. So let's see how it pans out. We've got
Yeah,
Adar on the stream. He is my colleague. I mean, he was my colleague in my previous company, and he's a good friend of mine as well. Thank you, Adar, for joining in the stream. This is Adar streaming in directly from Madhya Pradesh, Indore, if I'm not wrong. Thank you, Adar, for joining in the stream. Have you say Rajasthan are performing terribly at this point in time. KKR have put up a very good fighting total of 172, but at this point in time, I'm thinking back. I mean, was 172 actually necessary for this particular batting performance? I don't think so. Uh, but nevertheless, Lucky Ferguson with his next ball, 3.3 overs, beautiful bounce that is. He's getting a good bounce in this pitch, to be honest. And I did not see this sort of a bounce when Rajasthan Royals were playing, which means that the extra pace that Lockie Ferguson bowls with is actually helping, getting that extra bounce. And that extra bounce was what deceived Livingston into attempting that shot, which, took a top edge, and then it's a brilliant catch at the end from, was it Rahul Tripathi who took the catch?
we'll never know. Yes, it was.
Okay.
Anuj Rawat.
Anush Rawat. To be honest, I don't know much about this player. If you guys know something about Anush Rawat and you want to like let the audience know, please do go ahead. I don't know
Oh,
anything.
another out.
Oh, that's a wicket. That's an LBW. Perfect. 142.6. A beautiful, faster ball that is being balled. A review could be taken at this point in time, but if not, this is 13 for 4. Rajasthan Royals are providing a good platform for me to sleep back home, like probably 1 hour before, but they've gone for a review. Anush Rawat is. He's probably going to go for a golden duck if things go well. Of course, not well for him. Sangakkara Sangakkara has no idea what is happening in that pitch. He probably has to fetch a bat for himself and come and play to save this game. Um,
I think
Lucky.
this is also going to be the lowest score in IPL history.
Yeah,
Wow.
RCB is going to have its record beaten. This is
Yeah.
historic, guys. This is historic.
RCB fans, please come on to the stream. The day that I started an IPL stream, I didn't know that there is a record that is going to be created, and that is going to be a record that could stop the humiliation for RCB people. And I'm so happy that I started a stream that could end your humiliating run in terms of 49 runs being scored as the lowest total. But then the review is last, guys. This is a
Yeah,
plum in front of the wicket, going straight to the middle stump. And there is no reason whatsoever. This should not be given a wicket. So Anuj Rawat departs for a not from his first delivery. Golden duck for Anuj Rawat. Rajasthan Royals seriously struggling at 13 for the loss of 4 wickets from 3.4 overs complete. This match could well be over before the power play. So there's a good
actually,
chance, guys.
I also don't know about Anuj Rawat. I don't know
Yeah, I
about.
mean, I don't know. So honestly, I don't know if this man has actually played a single game before, but I saw 22 games which was played. I'm not sure if that was a first class career or a list A career or the IPL career that was being, shown in that particular display. But
I think
yeah, anyways, all that is not going to help. He's gone for a duck. We've got Chris Morris. Is it Chris Morris? No, his Chris Morris is a bit taller. This guy is Glenn Phillips. Okay, Glenn Phillips from New Zealand, is it? Srihari, correct me if I'm wrong. New Zealand or
Australia.
Australia? Australia, all right. So Glenn Phillips from Australia, a wicketkeeper batsman, but did not play as a wicketkeeper, and he's able to bowl as well. He's a traditionally very quick batsman, as far as I know. Lockie Ferguson bowling to him, a good bounce as well. Again, generated from the pitch, 3.5 overs complete, 13 for 4. Lockie Ferguson picking up 2 important wickets in this game, one an LBW and the other one a catch. The LBW that was that particular ball was actually keeping low and then straight into the stumps, and Anuj Rawat was expecting more bounce on that particular ball, and that's exactly what you get from a slow pitch, when there is a
Sorry,
big bounce to the pitch.
mate.
Wow.
He's a New Zealand player.
He's a
You are
New
right.
Zealand player, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
Glenn Phillips is a New Zealand player. All right. Last ball being bowled by Lockie Ferguson, took an inside edge and hitting the pad. Good appeal from Lockie Ferguson, but going nowhere.
Wow.
Anyways, four
Uh,
overs complete, 13 for the loss of 4 wickets. What are your thoughts here on this particular game, Vignesh?
I'm just guessing, just from that LBW review, right? For such a
Yeah.
bad review, I think they should start just fining them. How is this even a review? It's not even.
I'd say this is more of an act of desperation than a review. They just wanted something to go right in their way, and then they hoped probably that LBW review could have gone their way. And if I'm to be honest, anyone can take that review after that, because anyway, Sanju Samson is gone. There's no one else in that batting order, but there is one important player who could turn the match inside out, because he's done that previously. We never know if he could do it again. Rahul Tewatia on that lower order is phenomenally good. Is dangerous, and he can play those big hits as well. So a lot is now weighing on Varun's shoulder, who comes in to bowl his fifth over. Not his fifth over, obviously. The fifth over of this game, and Varun Chakravarti is going to start this game. He's played 28 matches, taken 33 wickets at an impressive economy of 6.93, combining with Sunil Narine and being that spin tandem that is being successful for KKR for quite some time now in the second season. How do I say this? Like, second part of it,
Second
phase
leg of
two of,
the first.
yeah, second leg of the 2021 season. Yeah.
I don't know. Do you think Rajasthan Royals would have done better had the momentum continued?
Uh, had the momentum continued, when did they have the momentum to continue?
Ouch! Ouch! On behalf of Rajasthan Royals.
uh, they did not have the momentum from the start of the innings. When Yashasvi Jaiswal departed for that cheap knot, they just started falling off like a card of decks, or a deck of cards. Yeah, a deck of cards.
Right. Now that KKR is already on the way to their winning, like, on, what do you think? Maybe the only team that's entering playoffs, which is weak, seems to be CSK at this point.
Yeah, with respect to the form, I definitely agree to that particular point. CSK is the only team at this point in time who are not in form. The last 3 games that they've played has been all losses, but I wouldn't read too much into that game, because we know when we know when CSK gets into the playoff, they are altogether a whole new team, starting to perform. It was a misfield there, but it was a difficult chance as well. Couple of runs scored. 106.5 is the speed that Varun Chakravarti has been bowling today. That's not a spinner's ball, guys. 106, 110 delivery is the speed at which Anil Kumble bowls his leg spin. That's way quicker for any of the batsmen to react to. But exceptional exceptional bowling performance from Varun Chakravarti throughout this particular series, be it the first leg or the second leg. He's been doing tremendously good, and hopefully he continues the same in the playoffs as well. 4.5 overs complete, 16 for the loss of 4 wickets, guys. But we all know that when Varun Chakravarti starts bowling, Dinesh Karthik starts to talk in Tamil as well from the background. So it's almost
Actually,
that he is commentating for the commentators there. Yeah, Srihari, sorry, go ahead.
Lockie Ferguson is very good. He's in very good form in this season. So
Absolutely.
this is
So one thing
very
that I
amazing.
felt is one thing that I felt that he's improved or he's brought into his game is that he usually doesn't bowl that off cutters, leg cutters, the slower ones, and all that. But this particular season, when Lockie Ferguson came into the squad, he ensured that he brought in those particular variations, and that is exactly what is making the difference. Because you can bowl at 150, 155 like Adam Milne and still get hit to fours and sixes. It happens, and we've seen that a lot. But when you have those slower balls and variations, off cutters, leg cutters, carom balls, and not carom balls. How will a baseballer bowl a carom ball? Knuckleball, right? Knuckleball and all those things, right? That brings in a lot of variations, and those variations are what will trouble the batsman, because when they get adjusted to your pace, and then they whatever pace you bowl at, they can still whack you out for six or four. But when you have the differences, right, and that differences is what uh, creates confusion in the minds of batsmen, and that is when it becomes very difficult to bat against those batsmen. But nevertheless, um, if KKR continues to win this game, they are going to go 14 points from 14 games, and that's a very good, points. From the way that they have started this particular season, we all knew that in the return leg, how do I even say that? The first leg of the season, they just
Let's
had
just call
two.
it season two from now on.
Yeah, 2021 season two and season one, right? Okay. The season one of 2021 had two wins out of the seven games that they played, and they were struggling so hard with the out of form for most of their batsmen and also having some injury concerns. But in the second half, they've come back very strong, and once they've come to Dubai, it's like Shah Rukh Khan back again. Uh, in so that's exactly what has happened, and they're just doing it. Um,
Seeing the way they play, I think because they're at the bottom of the table, they seem to have given up. The motivation is a little bit lacking, I think.
so if you're
Actually,
saying Rajasthan is at the bottom of the table, what do you say for Hyderabad? I mean,
Hyderabad is out of the league already. Let's just call it a day and then give them the flight tickets then.
I'd still not do that because they have to win against Mumbai for us for KKR to qualify in this game. So we
all hopes on Shivam Dubey to rescue Rajasthan Royals from the lowest score.
yeah, to be honest, true. I mean, uh, they've come to that
Now,
position where they're going to trust now people like Shivam Dubey to get them out of trouble.
now that we're at 5.3 overs, what do you think, Vijay, should be the final score? Would be the final score.
Um, okay. Do you want a
Realistic
comical
answers?
response? Yeah, or a realistic response?
Go for it. Go for the comical one.
Okay, if I have to be comical with this particular score prediction, then I'd go for 80-90 towards the end of the match. But realistically,
It's too high.
there is a good chance that they go to 130.
You're too kind, man.
Still,
You're too kind.
That's
At
too
this point,
high.
yeah, exactly.
wow.
Let's just start the predictions right now. Whoever's watching, you can put down the predictions in the comment section. Sherry,
Yes.
what do you think should be the score?
I think less than 70 or 60.
Wow. Wow.
Hopeful.
So Lockie Ferguson is bowling at a 150 Ks. The last ball that he bowled had tremendous bounce on it, and Dinesh Karthik even had no clue whatsoever to collect that ball 150 Ks. He's been bowling consistently at 148, 150 Ks in this whole over, and it's been dealt with by the batsmen not convincingly well. So he's bowled another
End
beautiful
of
over,
power
which
play.
means the end of power play. They just scored 17 runs with the loss of 4 wickets. I don't know if this is the lowest power play score
Yeah.
in this particular season 2 of 2021 edition, but it could well be. Srihari, correct me if I'm wrong in terms of the records. Is this the lowest power play score ever in 2021?
Wait, we'll check that.
All right.
This was the same team, same Rajasthan Royals team which bet CSK so easily, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, so again, a lot depends on the pitch and the day. When these guys play, right? I mean, Sanju Samson is on his day. When it all goes well, it's very difficult to get him out. But most of the time, it's not his day. That's the problem.
Right. It's just the tremendous dichotomy that I see. This huge vast difference that happens between these matches with the same team.
A beautiful shot, as and when we speak from Sunil Nare and Shivam Dubey. A beautiful shot on top of the long on head to a sixer. 23 runs now from for 4 wickets. A beautiful six of 91 meters. That's almost like 8 or 10 runs that you have to give for this ball. This is obviously out of the stadium. A beautiful
And
shot
I'm
from
just
Shivam Dubey.
remembering all the gully cricket rules when the ball goes a little far, you're either out or given 10 runs.
Actually, in 20
Yeah, true.
in 2020, KKR scored 17 for 4 in the first power play. Sorry, power play.
You mean 21?
2020 or 2021. This is the lowest power play score.
All right, we have a
See,
record.
there was a misfield from Shubman Gill on the long on region, but then that was a single that is scored. Even Sunil Narain is bowling a bit more quicker in this particular match. He's bowling at 100 Ks, but nevertheless, 24 for the loss of 4 wickets from 6.4 overs. Those who are tuning in to this particular channel, guys, we are planning to run this more on like a radio commentary, not like a TV commentary where we just see the scores and then we just give them the reactions to it. It's more going to be like a radio one because we'll constantly keep them posted for people who are not able to watch the match live. This live is going to give you more on like a radio sort of a score. So we'll try to give you ball by ball updates. 6.4 overs now complete. A dot ball for Sunil Narain. 24 for the loss of 4 wickets. 7 runs already from the 4 balls that he's bowled in this over.
What do you think?
Seeing, go ahead, Sherry.
What do you think? Who will win the first qualifier? Who will win? Chennai or Delhi?
At this point in time, I'd go for Delhi, given the current form and the position they are in, and the recent victory as well that they had against Chennai, I believe. But this is before getting into further into the qualifiers thing. This is a beautiful shot from Glenn Phillips again on the Sunil Narain ball on the up. A beautiful shot on the long on region. The long on fielder as well had no chance because he was positioned wide for this ball, but a beautiful six, which means that this over has already gone for 13 runs. The last ball is a dot ball, which means 30 for the loss of 4 wickets from 7 overs complete. Please go ahead,
Um,
Srihari.
Actually, Livingstone playing like Steven Smith in this IPL. I'm watching him. He plays like Steven Smith.
You mean the technique that he plays with?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Could be, could be. I mean, see, all it takes is that one person to be successful in some unconventional technique, and then people start to follow that technique, and it soon becomes a technique in itself. So I wouldn't be
Welcome to
surprised
Motivation
if.
Talks by Vijay, guys.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there are like 4 or 5 people bowling. I mean, batting the same way as that of Steven Smith does, going
Um,
forward. In the next 5 years, 10 years, and that in itself becomes a technique. But because that is how techniques kind of develop. Because We've seen people like Sachin Tendulkar starting to play straight drive, and that is when straight drives started even becoming a thing, and people started to score more on straight drives, and people started realizing straight drive is more of a safer shot for people. When the ball is pitched up, right? So it all comes with a player and what they bring to the squad, and what sort of technique that they employ and how successful they are at. You've got Shivam Mavi bowling his second over, um,
Um,
and the power play is already over, guys. We're just seeing the highlights of the 98 runs that was scored by KL Rahul. It was an absolute blitzkrieg of a knock. 42 balls, 98, not out. CSK in the muds yesterday in the afternoon game, but what a game that was! And they almost scored that 134 runs in 13 overs, if I'm not wrong. What
ye-
what a score that is! Like 134 runs from 13 overs. You just have to absolutely read the pitch perfectly to score at that pace. Especially when there is another team that has scored 134 in 20 over span of time, you come back and then score it in 13 overs. Oh my god, that's huge. That's huge. They
so
got everything
actually,
right. Yeah, go for
actually,
it.
who is that special guest? Guest.
That's
I am
Vignesh.
that special guest.
Oh, okay, okay.
I like the enthusiasm and the fact that you were excited for me but did not realize I'm here.
Yeah, that's got a lot to do with your audio setup and the video setup and stuff, because we expected you to come on the video and then show your face to the audience, because we know that you're going to
Clean
be
bold.
present.
Oh.
Okay, I'll wait for that ball. Yeah, and
But yeah,
that's
I
a
think
ball.
both of us have to wait.
Yeah, Shiva
Let's
Mobi
see.
bowling at 140.5 overs against Glenn Phillips, picking the off stump perfectly. The shot was almost a push towards the cover region, but then he completely misread that particular ball. I don't know if it's got to do with the line or the length, but uh, nevertheless, a beautiful ball. The push was completely missed, and top of the off stump the bias flies away, and Rajasthan Royals are almost in the dumps. It's 5 wickets gone for Rajasthan Royals, 33 for the loss of 5 wickets from 7.3 overs. Glenn Phillips is well gone. So the last batsman probably into the crease now is Chris Morris alongside Shivam Dubey. But half of the Rajasthan team is back at the dugout.
Actually, we are in live more than 2 hours using.
Yeah. So we just covered the 2 hours mark in the live stream, guys. And with that, we also have a strategic timeout here in the game. 33 for the loss of 5 wickets. Rajasthan definitely has to plan something to at least get a respectable total and ensure that KKR does not go for the playoffs. So if they have to do that, then they have to score around 130, 140 marks, so that when Mumbai plays against Hyderabad, they will have a chance of qualifying. But Vicky, we just saw you there for a minute or two, and then you had to switch off the camera. Anything wrong with your camera, or like is there low
Um,
bandwidth or something?
can you see me though? I was not able to see myself.
I mean,
Let's
I
see.
can see you. It's the thing is, it's kind of an image that I'm able to see. It's not that a video sort of a thing. Maybe that's got to do with a lower bandwidth or something.
Is it supposed to be because of my office laptop? Maybe I'll switch it. But again, yeah, I think seeing the strategic timeout, this is much needed for RR to change their strategy. I don't know how much is possible to recover from this point, but at least not the RCB low.
Yeah, agreed,
That's
agreed.
given that that's the standard. I'm guessing it's better that they leave right now.
So one thing, guys, Chris Morris is a very good all-rounder. He can bat good, and he has been contributing with his bat as well, for not with for Rajasthan Royals, of course, but for the other teams in the past. But I'm not sure how far all that statistics is going to come into play in this particular game, because everything is going against Rajasthan Royals at this point in time, and they are struggling a lot. And I'd love to do a lot more streams if this is how KKR is going to play. Happy about it. Absolutely
Actually,
excited.
KKR approves your request. They will give you.
KKR approves my request. All right, it's good.
I'm going to miss
So
all the Mumbai Indians memes, Mukesh Ambani memes. It's going to be devastating.
that's true. That's true. Any Twitter updates from your side, Vicky? Vicky is also going to be following our social media across platforms from Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and all that, and going to be covering the updates about the match as and when it happens, and also about the channel, things like that. So. He's going to bring us the constant updates on that. With that, strategic timeout also comes to an end. I'm going to give it back to Vicky for Twitter updates.
I think everybody is just devastated at this point. It's just a war between Mumbai Indians and CSK. Everybody, not even Rajasthan Royals, they are missing in the game who are actually supposed to be there.
So how does it become Mumbai versus CSK? Right, that's what you said.
Yeah, CSK, all the CSK fans want Mumbai Indians to leave out of the playoffs, but it's the other fans who actually want Mumbai Indians into the playoffs so that they can at least have a worse team than CSK.
Agreed. Agreed.
Mm, actually,
But
in
I think KKR is going to come into the playoffs.
yeah,
Yeah, seeing this match, yes, definitely.
Yeah, and one thing is that KKR has a higher net run rate than the other teams comparatively, so that is going to be very difficult for Mumbai to catch up to in just one single game. Maybe if they play with that in their mind, then there could be a lot of pressure added to the way that they're playing in that game, and that could well contribute to SRH trying to get something out of the game as well. So I wouldn't,
Write
um,
them off yet?
yeah, correct. I wouldn't. Yeah, that was the word I was looking for. Thank you so much. I wouldn't write them off yet, because we all know they're five times champions and they're capable
I
of doing that. What's wrong, Sriyari?
oh no problem.
All
Oh
right.
no.
You definitely have to give us some time because we are lagging and then we're just going to be coming from that. Oh, that's a wicket. 7.5 overs complete. That's a beautiful wicket out there. Two wickets in two balls. Three
This is
wickets for
interesting.
Shubman Gill. How many bowls does this particular game consist of?
How many
Srihari, can you
records
take
are we
that
breaking
count?
tonight?
I don't know. 34 for the loss of 6 wickets from 8 overs. This is Rajasthan Royals struggling so badly that it's almost embarrassing for Rajasthan fans to be at the stream even. 34 for the loss of 6 wickets, guys. Shivam Dubey, who was their last hope for getting something out of this match, also departs for 18 runs from 20
Yeah,
balls, bowled by Shivam Mavi. Shivam Mavi has bowled
It is
2 overs,
beautiful.
3 wickets, and 7 runs. Amazing performance from Shivam Mavi in terms of bowling. He's just bowled 1 over in the power play and he's picked up a wicket. And apart from that, in this particular over that he's bowled, he's picked up 2 wickets, one in the third ball and the other one in the sixth ball, which makes 3 wickets on the whole from the 2 overs that he's bowled and just given out 7 runs. 36 for the loss of 6 wickets. Rajasthan Royals are struggling so badly. Over to you, Vignesh.
There's nothing actually. It's over for RR. It's not even over for me.
Yeah, that's correct. I mean, it's over for RR. There's almost nothing that they can salvage out of this game. Rahul Tewatia and Chris Morris, the last recognized pair of this particular game. Not sure what they can get out of this game, but Varun Chakravarti is bowling his second over of the game. Um, 34 for the loss of 6 wickets, guys. 8.1 overs. If there is someone who can turn this game upside down, then it's got to be Rahul Tewatia. He's got the potential.
Wow.
Not sure if it's going to be his day.
And I'm just reading a stat, okay? This is the sixth time in IPL RR has lost half their side before reaching 50. And three of them have come against KKR. Can you believe that?
Wow. See, there you go. Our statman, our own statman, Vicky here, coming up with a new and a brilliant stat. Three times Rajasthan Royals have lost 6 wickets before scoring 50 runs against KKR. And on the whole, they've lost 6 wickets 6 times before scoring 50 runs. And that's bad, guys. That's so
This is
bad.
bad. This is history repeating itself.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. They should have
agreed.
learned. They should have seen their own matches before.
Yeah, agreed, agreed. It's
At
been
this
very
situ-
difficult. Yeah, go for it, Shrey.
at this situation, RR thought we need to cross 49 run.
Exactly.
Yeah,
They've got 13 or 14 more runs to score that, and at this point in time, the 13-14 is looking very difficult also.
Yeah.
what do you think? I think all our predictions were off. I don't think 80 is even possible right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
almost.
I look like a fool to predict 130 now. That's a wicket, I
Actually,
believe. That could be a wicket. You can go for a review if I'm to be honest.
No,
Oh,
no,
he's a
no.
tall batsman, so maybe the LBW stuff doesn't work with him. No review committed by for this particular ball, but CV Varun just have given 1 run from the 5 balls that he's balled. 8.5 overs complete, guys. 35 for the loss of 6 wickets here.
I
Yeah, the
honestly
impact was
don't
also
know
outside
at
off.
this point if it is
Oh, this
RR
is out.
score
Yes.
performance.
Morris is also out.
Wow.
Whoa,
That's
that's
it.
news.
Chris Morris is gone too. And you don't have to go for a review now. And even if you want to, you cannot because Rajasthan Royals does not have any reviews left. 9 overs complete, 35 for the loss of 7 wickets. Chris Morris has gone for a duck here from 2 balls. Varun Chakravarti picks up another wicket. 1 run just given from this over. On a whole, 1 wicket, 4 runs, 2 overs complete for Varun Chakravarti. A brilliant bowling performance from Varun Chakravarti. Not just Varun here. The entire KKR team has performed brilliantly in the bowling department this time. 35 for the loss of 7 wickets from 9 overs.
Exactly.
This is
Containing a team like
embarrassing.
RR. I don't know. At this point, I don't know if RR is playing very poorly or KKR is actually this good. If
So
that's the
it's got
case,
a,
the other team should be afraid of what they're
Um,
playing in
so
the.
no, this is how I'd put it, right? Sarjah is a brilliant bowling pitch. It's very difficult to bowl bat in the second innings in the second season of IPL 2021. Sarjah has become like almost like a graveyard for batsmen to bat in the second innings, and with Rajasthan, the problem has been like after Sanju Samson, no one has performed brilliantly except for one exception with the Shivam Dube once. But otherwise, the Rajasthan team has not stood up and performed as a batting unit before. And when they come to this sort of a pitch, the weakness is being exposed even more than how it is. So that's exactly what I feel about this particular game. Shivam Mavi comes in to bowl his third over. It's already 3 wickets for him. There's a good possibility that he could get a 5 wicket haul from this particular game, and that is not long way, guys. Trust me on that. 9.1 overs complete, 35 for the loss of 7 wickets. KKR are on top of this game.
I
Rajasthan Royals have put up an embarrassing display on the second innings.
I think RCB is
See,
celebrating at this situation.
Who's
What do
celebrating, sir?
RCB?
Why would RCB celebrate the situation? They'll have to play against KKR in the play eliminator, right? Then,
Yeah, but
yeah, they're not going to have a good time again playing against KKR in the playoffs. I mean, specifically, that's a boundary. A good shot from Rahul Tewatia, the one man who can turn this game upside down. I've been telling this from the start.
yeah,
But Rahul Tewatia here picked up a good boundary, scoring from the cover
there
reach. Leon
was
Morgan putting up a dive, but then was not able to reach to it. And a very good boundary towards the extra cover region for Rahul Tewatia, picking up 6 runs now um, to his tally. Varun Chakravarti is eighth on the list of most wicket takers,
oh,
16 wickets from 14 balls. Sorry, 14 matches.
another four.
another.
It's a beautiful shot there from Rahul Tewatia. A beautiful cut, and the point fielder had no chance whatsoever. Ball just passing that point fielder very quickly. Shiva Mavi is being expensive in this particular over, but this is exactly what Rahul Tewatia would have wanted, and also Rajasthan would have wanted, because they've almost set a trap for themselves, and they have to find a way to come out of this trap as quick as possible.
Shevak seems to be happy in the commentary box.
Why wouldn't he be? He's also in the same situation like us. He's getting an extra hour of sleep now.
Yeah. He seems extremely happy about that fact that this match is getting over soon. The last 6 overs was 31 runs.
We're just looking at the virtual guest box now. People are like clapping, dancing, doing all funny stuff and funky stuffs there. But I don't know. I don't know if there's anyone who are Rajasthan fans doing all that. I guess it's mostly the Kolkata fans from the city of joy being joyful now.
Uh,
Oh, another four.
all right, all
They're
right.
almost
RCB is
halfway
safe
good.
here.
Was that a four?
Yeah, yeah.
All
It
right
will be
then.
a four. Sheer is from the future.
Guys, that is 47 for the last of 7 wickets, which means that they're just 2 runs short of, you know, that particular. That's a very bad misfield from Sunil Narain. It's
Very,
not
very bad.
agreeable. Yeah. Anyways, 3 boundaries from this over. Shivam Mavi has given 19 runs totally. He was just given 7 runs in before the end of 2 overs, but then the last 5 balls has been quite expensive for him. He's given already 12 runs with this over. The Rajasthan camp absolutely looks devastated, and why would they not be?
49.
That's it. It's 49 runs, and they're now safe. Now, it wouldn't surprise me if Sanjay Samson just says like this, come back, guys. It's like almost declaring. That's it.
Okay, the last over was the expensive over in this match.
In this entire match, you mean
Yeah.
including the KKR innings also?
Yeah, seems like it. 14 runs.
I don't think so. I mean, KKR innings was like good, right? I mean, why would this? Maybe you're talking about this particular innings.
Let me just check. Let me just check.
I,
I just want to give RR something, man, out of this match.
Yeah, you can
um,
give them the match ball or something. Let them take it home.
Ouch,
I think
ouch, and ouch.
Varun Chakravarti coming to ball the third over here. It's a good attempt to sweep. A tall batsman, Jaydev Unadkat, attempting a sweep, but then was quite successful at that. Ball moves to the deep fine leg position, picks up a single, and with that, this is RR 50 runs for the loss of 7 wickets from 10.1 overs complete.
I think 171 KKR 171 is the highest score in Sharjah in this second league. I
Wow,
think.
that's an interesting stat. I mean, if that was the thing,
No,
then
I'm just asking you. I don't know.
now I guess Sarjah KKR, even before this match, they scored a 172. This one is
Six.
okay. This is moved to a 6. Rahul
Yeah,
Tewatia scoring another
they
6.
crossed
This
the
is
RCB
20.
record.
They've crossed RCB already. 56 for the loss of 7 wickets. Rahul Tewatia scoring a 22 of 13 balls. He's playing a blitzkrieg of an innings, and this is required at this point in time. And he is the only player who can get RR from trouble. I'm not even sure if he can get. This is out of the pitch. This is almost in the road,
This
the
is out
Sarjah
of
road.
the. Yeah.
The Sarjah ground is a very small ground, to be honest. And
94 meters. That's
You
even.
see,
yeah,
Rahul Tewatia's strike rate is more than 150 in the death overs.
yeah. And the problem is we don't know if Rajasthan are going to get into the death overs now.
I think Rajasthan is already dead.
Hmm. Yeah.
That's correct. That's correct. Rajasthan only is dead now. Wow,
But
a
what a
good
match it
shot
would
there.
be if this was the uphill. Banking all the hopes on Tiwatia, but what a match it could be.
Yeah, I just believe that they've given too much, or they've loaded too much on Tewatia now. That he's going to find it difficult. At least if he had Chris Morris or Glenn Phillips to support him, maybe the game would have turned on its head. But
Yeah,
having Unitkat on one end and expecting him to also strike at a good strike rate, that's going to be difficult. That's exactly where they're going to be struggling. Even if Tewatia is striking at 150 or 200 as a strike rate, the other person on the other end doesn't know how doesn't know to rotate singles. Even that's going to be difficult. So he's a number 9 batsman. You cannot expect a lot from him, to be honest. But
yeah.
nevertheless,
Just
that's
hold
exactly
him
where
out
they're
and
struggling.
that's all.
Correct.
Yeah,
And
and to
all
be frank, Samson and Sangakkara, both of them are great batsmen. But Samson seems to be a horrible captain. Sangakkara seems to be a horrible coach. Honestly,
Yeah, see, Sangakkara was a good captain. That much I can agree. I mean, he's a good captain. He's been a good captain for Sri Lanka in the past, and he's done a good job with Deccan Chargers as well. When he was captaining the team, the old Hyderabad team, though he did not get any cup for Hyderabad, he was a decent captain at the most. And Sanju Samson is too young to be a captain. If I'm to be honest, I know a lot of people in the Rajasthan squad itself that they kind of were disappointed in the selection of Sanju Samson being a captain. So, um, and that could well be the reason why people have opted out of this IPL. A lot of foreign players have opted out of the IPL,
yeah.
but nevertheless,
Unatkat trying to loft. Oh, four.
Lockie Ferguson here,
Oh,
bowling his 12th over. That's a good lofted shot on top
yeah.
of the mid
That's
wicket
correct.
fielder. Sunil Narine giving a chase, but then of no use. The pace on the ball was too much. 144.6 Ks from Lockie Ferguson, and that's a brilliant shot from Jay Devunatkat, picking up a boundary there, which moves the score line to 60 for the loss of 7 wickets. Absolutely brilliant bowling performance from KKR, and Rajasthan Royals are trying hard to get
Oh,
to that
big
100
shot.
runs mark now.
Oh, out. Unatkat is also out.
Talk of the devil, and then right now
Out
we have it.
of the
That's it. Jaydev Unadkat attempting a huge shot of
Yeah.
Lockie Ferguson, giving Lockie Ferguson his 3rd wicket, and Sanju Samson is way disappointed. And why would he not be? Just 6 runs given by Lockie Ferguson, picking up 3 wickets in a span of 2.2 overs. A beautiful bowling performance from Lockie Ferguson. The New Zealand international has been doing a tremendous job in the second season of the IPL 2021, and his pace has been very lethal in the Sarjah pitch. And Shakib Al Hasan taking a very safe catch there, and Bangladeshi former skipper, loads of experience, bowled the first over, created the initial problem for Rajasthan Royals with that one um, clean bolt on Yashasvi Jaishwal. I guess Vignesh is breaking the things around his home,
I'm
seeing
enthusiastically
Rajasthan.
throwing things.
I know, not. I hope not on the TV or the monitor.
No, hypothetically in the air, like Rajasthan Royals throwing all their hope.
Should have a good fielder like KKR, camp now to land it safe. Chetan Sarkari has come in to the batting crease. Little would he have imagined that he would be in the batting crease at the 11.2nd over, with Rajasthan Royals struggling at 62 for the loss of 8 wickets. He did put up a good bowling performance, but what can he do with the bat? Let's wait and see. The pace of Lockie Ferguson has been amazing, and now this ball is going to be for Rahul Tewatia. 23 or 15 balls already. Rahul Tewatia playing a good innings here. He's the lone survivor of this particular Rajasthan lineup at this point in
And
time.
then Army.
Banking on him too much is also a little too tough. I don't know under this much pressure, but again, the pressure is just to leave.
So it depends again, right, Vicky? When you say banking on him too much, are they banking on him to get a victory, or are they banking on him to get to a 3-digit score?
I
Right?
think they're just banking on him to get that dignity back.
Hmm. Agreed.
That's all it is. It's for the team, for Sangakkara at the end of the day. That's all it is.
Agreed. Agreed.
Whoa.
playing very
What?
good.
What? Sorry.
No, you carry on.
All right. I'm guessing the predictions are correct for you, Shri. It does look like it's be 70 or 80.
Yeah.
And guys, while we're looking at this particular performance across, I mean, in this match, please like, share, subscribe to
So,
this channel. We, we are growing in the number of subscribers as well, and we would be happy if you guys can, increase the number of likes and comments on the video. Um, I'll even now give the content as to what you can like probably type in the comment section. Let us know about this particular combination, Srihari, Vicky, and me commentating on cricket match for the first time. And apart from that, also let us know what do you think about this KKR's convincing performance, and what do you think about Rajasthan specifically in the way that they performed. Vicky, I guess there's some noise on your background.
Okay.
Now all good. It's already two boundaries in this over. The Lockie Ferguson over 10 runs scored of this particular spell for Lockie Ferguson. 2.5 overs complete, three wickets picked up from Lockie Ferguson. The last ball, and that is a beautiful ball to end the over. 3 overs complete for Lockie Ferguson. 10 runs and three wickets. 12 overs complete. Rajasthan Royals struggling at 66 with a loss of 8 wickets. From here, where are they going to go? Sarkaria, not from a knot, and Rahul Tewatia picking up 29 from 19 deliveries.
um, actually, this IPL is training session for many players to play in World Cricket T20. I think it's a training session.
This
Uh,
seems even poor for a training match.
See, the thing is, absolutely agreed. First of all, this is a training for a lot of teams in terms of the World Cup that is going to be coming in the next few matches. But let's think it this way, right? Uh, how many teams can actually sponsor their own teams to come and play in Dubai just before the IPL to understand the condition? Not just before the IPL, I mean, just before the World Cup to understand the condition. And here is IPL who's providing that sort of an opportunity, and that is where the teams jumped at this opportunity. Okay, there's going to be 8 or 9 matches for each team, or seven matches for each team, depending on if they go to playoffs or not. 8 or 9 matches for these teams, and the players will get a good experience. Be it the other boards, except for BCCI, boards like these, boards like Australian Cricket Board, England Cricket Board, ECB, New Zealand Cricket Board, ACB, all those people, they don't have to spend a lot. That's a beautiful shot, a good sweep from Rahul Tewatia, a brilliant six that is from Rahul Tewatia off Sunil Narine. The match is still not over, guys. I told you from the first, this is one person who can change the game upside down, and he's
Yeah,
doing exactly that
I think
particular
your
thing.
prediction will gonna happen.
No, it shouldn't happen. I mean,
It
it's
I
almost
shouldn't
like
happen.
Rajasthan winning this game.
Yeah.
great Yorker.
The last ball was bowled at 97 kilometers per hour. I like the way that the KKR spinners are mixing it up, because if they start getting hit, they're not even bowling spin. They're starting to bowl pace bowling. That's good. I mean, as long as it works, it's all good. A good shot this was from Rahul Tewatia. A good intention trying to clear the long on boundary rope, but then was not possible. 12.4 overs ball. Sunil Narain bowling at this over. He's already given us 6 runs in this over. Shivam Mavi picks. Okay, that's some Dream 11 fantasy stuff. Let's ignore that.
Good defense.
This one slip for Chetan Sarkaria. Sunil Narain bowling his fifth ball, just completed a dot ball. Chetan Sarkaria has to face another ball. This is 1 run from two balls for Chetan Sarkaria facing the last ball of Sunil Naren's this over.
I'm thinking Rahul Tewatia can actually take it 200 at least. A three-digit score is possible now.
Yeah, a three-digit score is definitely possible as long as you have Tewatia in the squad and he is playing with this form. Only thing is that what if the
Sarkari
other
is in the
people,
opposite end.
yeah, what if the other side fizzle out? It's exactly what I'm worried about.
I think this is completely possible. At the end of the day, banking on Tewatia is not really a great hope, but at least there is something.
Yeah, and I also have another concern as quick as possible. If KKR ends this game, it's a good thing in terms of the run rate. They'll get a very good run rate, and Mumbai
Oh
will
yeah,
find it difficult to qualify if the run rate is too high from KKR's end.
yeah,
So at the
definitely. That's an interesting point to note. Actually, at this point, Mumbai's hope are all destroyed. But again, the net run rate is there.
exactly. And all that KKR will be looking at now at this point in time, as KKR fans, they'll be looking at completing this particular match at the earliest so that they'll have a good run rate on their bank and that will help them qualify. A beautiful
Somebody,
shot
some
from Rahul Tewatia. There is a fielder on
Tewatia
the deep.
is very confident now. He's in very form, good form.
See, this is
wow.
exactly the problem. Now he did not even pick up a single because he knew that if Chetan Sarkari is going to come to the opposite end, he's not even going to give me back a single, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And
Yeah,
and
yeah.
every single ball like this is going for a waste. See, that's a dot ball being played here. So as long as you have a number 10 batsman batting on the other end, there's a lot of pressure on your side. Uh,
Yeah, to hold
you
the
may
sides, it's a little difficult now.
yeah, and if you have to score a 98 run, even if you're a Sachin Tendulkar, that's going to be difficult. Um,
Interesting to bring Sachin Tendulkar into this match.
yeah, and first of all, interesting that you will find Sachin Tendulkar playing with the ninth or number 10 batsman,
Yeah,
unless it's a test match.
and to be honest, Tendulkar's luck is not going to help either.
Yeah, that's true.
Somebody just said RR should be suspended from IPL again just for this performance.
Uh, I'm not sure. I mean, maybe if that was the case, then RCB shouldn't have even played this IPL. They should have been suspended a couple of IPLs before. So I wouldn't go to the extent of saying that, but maybe they are fans of Mumbai or other teams who are expecting RR to win this game so that they can qualify
Yeah,
a bit more easier. Um, but
yeah,
not
true, true.
everything
But
works
then
out
I
in.
also want Kohli to have his last sip at the cup, at least this time before he retires as the captain.
Yeah, I mean, desire is something, dream is another thing. Um, there is a difference between both of it, and I feel that difference is what is is
That's true.
the difference between Kohli winning a cup and dreaming about it.
Yesterday,
Nevertheless, I'll still be happy if Kohli wins a cup.
yesterday, Dhoni said he want to play his last IPL match
In
in
Chennai, right?
Chennai. Yeah,
I mean, to be honest, though, for the level of performance that he's put in and the number of trophies that he's won for Chennai, it makes absolute sense if he wants to play in the last match in the Chennai Chepauk Stadium before he retires, and that is the least that you can do for a legend like Dhoni for Chennai. And I still believe that is possible because Dhoni is the sort of captain where he is not expected to perform. I mean, the last time he's performed was almost like 2 years back. And I'm talking about the batting performance. He contributes some way or the other through his captaincy or through his keeping, wicket keeping, and stuff like that. And that is the advantage that you have people like Dhoni, Dinesh Karthik in your team because these guys can contribute either way, like through batting or probably through keeping. They can, or even being a captain or the senior player in the team. These guys are always valuable to your team, and as long as you have those values, you can still extend him for the next season as well. And Dhoni is capable in terms of his fitness to play the next season. So we could well see Dhoni retiring at his home, Chepak, um, very soon.
Fitness, yes, agreed. Absolutely agreed. Form, what do you think about the form?
That's what I don't think so. Dhoni's form is of that concern, because if form was the concern for Dhoni, he should have retired a couple of years back, because he's not scored any bigger scores in the last couple of years as well. But he's managed to stay in the team. That is exactly because he's contributing in other ways to the team, maybe as a
Yeah.
captain or a a coach sometime, or
I think
sometime
having
as a
Dhoni at
wicket
the back of
keeper.
the mind, yeah. Just the
The
fact that Dhoni is there at the end of the day is itself a motivation for the team.
Exactly, and he's built the team as well in that sort of a mentality. I mean, there's not a lot of youngsters in that particular team. They're still working with Bravo, Reina, people who are well above their 30, 35s, and they're doing fine as well. I mean, to remain at the top of the league with just your 35s and 38-year-old folks, it does say a lot about Dhoni as a captain and as a leader. So it's obviously
What
there.
Yep,
what do
yep,
you
yep.
what do you think, guys? Who will win? Who will make a man of the match in this match?
I'd say the man of the match should be Lockie Ferguson for the exceptional performance that he's just giving in.
Yeah,
This should have been called a wide. I'm not sure why it was not a call. This was not called a wide, but
Oh,
that was clearly going down that side. Okay, someone
okay.
just tell me how many bowls in this particular game. How many bowled
One way or
did
the
this
other,
particular
we are having a record.
The run rate is up to 17.112 per over. The required run rate I'm talking about. 14.3 overs complete, guys. 75 for the loss of 8 wickets. Chetan Sarkaria with 1 runs, and Tewatia is above 30. I'm not sure about the right score, but um, the last three
I
balls that was
think
bowled by Lockie Ferguson were at different speeds: 148, 150, and 147. He's consistently hitting that 150 mark or 148 mark, and that's the reason behind his success. He's a New Zealand bowler, not afraid to bowl that pacey deliveries. This is a beautiful shot from
I
Rahul
think he
Tewatia,
takes this match.
but
Raj-
lands safely in the long off region. A couple of runs picked by Rahul Tewatia, moves to 37 from 31 deliveries. Look, Lockie Ferguson has completed his 4 deliveries of this over. 14.4 overs complete, guys. Rajasthan 77 for the loss of 8 wickets. Srihari, you were to say something?
Oh no, just here.
A good shot from Rahul Tewatia, finding the deep mid-wicket boundary, trying to find the deep mid-wicket boundary, hitting it through the gap, but then was well covered from the sweeper cover. From the deep point area. A good run from Venkatesh Iyer to pick that, to cut that double, to cut that boundary to a double, basically. 14.5 overs complete, 79 for the loss of 8 wickets, guys. The target is 172, which means that there is still 92 runs that is required, or 90,
Oh,
97 or
oh,
92.
oh! Good save, good save. Very good save from
Both
Shubman.
of us are just equally surprised at the good save, Vijay.
Oh, Shubman
Exactly.
Gill.
Because
That's a brilliant save. That was a brilliant save from Shubman Gill, down at the boundary line on the third man
Oh no,
region.
no, it's a four. It's a four. It's a four.
Okay, it's given as a four. It seems
Just
80,
touches the
which
boundary line.
which means it's 83 for the loss of 8 wickets, guys. But
It's
nevertheless,
very
a good
danger
performance.
for Rajasthan because this is the last ball. Zakaria will play the next over.
this is going to be interesting. Sarkaria on the bat.
Yeah.
So 83 for the loss of 8 wickets from 15 overs. Rajasthan Royals struggling. Um, It's almost close to 90 runs for this particular last 5 overs. But Tewatia is used to do magics, and well, you can see another magic here.
Is the magic going to be disappearing? This match, I don't know. Could be possible.
I mean, again, as long as you have
Running.
Chetan Sarkaria on the team, sorry, not Chetan
Oh,
Sarkaria.
singles from Chetan Bhavya.
Sorry, I just got busy in texting, guys. Take it away from here.
People are generally disappointed from this match. That's what I could make out from this whole IPL Twitter threads. Somebody just said every year in IPL, MI just kicks out Rajasthan Royals. Today, Rajasthan Royals is planning on sweet revenge.
I
But that's not benefiting either of them, not Rajasthan Royals or Mumbai Indians.
I don't know who is the coach of KKR. I don't know.
Brendan McCullum.
Oh, okay.
See, I'd say the season 2 of 2021 has been played by KKR in a Brendan McCullum way. Don't fear for anything. You got nothing to lose. Just go ahead and express
Oh
yourself.
no!
Yes,
Was
yes, yes.
run
I think
out.
that's
Run out. It seems run out.
all right, all right. The match is coming to an end.
15.3 overs. Yep,
84 for
that's
9.
it. Chetan Sarkaria gone.
Oh, no, no, no.
Um,
Would
Yeah,
would
yeah.
it be Tewatia's 50?
Oh,
What do you think?
yeah. Chetan
yeah,
Sarkar.
it could well be Chetan. Rahul
Next,
Tewati has 50, but then Chetan Sarkaria has gone for 1 runs from 5 balls.
Mustafa
Um,
is the only player.
Mustafizur is the next player to come in, and he definitely is not a great batsman. I mean, he doesn't even bat. Shakib Al Hassan with a very good
But
throw.
he
Dinesh
bowled
Karthik with
very
the
well.
Dinesh Karthik was with a good run out, but unfortunately, there was some confusion in terms of the running between the wickets. Rahul Tewatia called for the second run. Chetan Sarkaria agreed to the call and started, started with the particular run, but then was not able to complete it, and there was some confusion. Tewatia asked him to stay back, and it was too late for Chetan Sarkaria to return back to the crease, which means that was a run out. And this is 85 for the loss of 9 wickets from 15.3 overs as we enter the strategic timeout. 87 runs required from Rajasthan Royals from just 27 deliveries. Over to you guys.
The last 21 balls, we had just 19 runs. Does not sound like an IPL match to me. And they have their strategic timeout, much needed. I'm not sure they could have ended it a little earlier, called it the day for the entire strategic timeout, but okay.
Yeah, I mean, had it been a test match, that would have happened. Like when you are in your tea break and then there's just 1 wicket that is about to fall, they kind of extend the tea with like a half an hour extra, 20 minutes extra, and
Oh,
they complete the game and then end the tea break. They don't want to go on tea with 9 wickets to spare, with just 1 wicket, in the crease. So that happens in test matches, but not in IPL because you never know. Even the last batsman could create some sort of an impact in the game, and it's 20 over game, and they would definitely want to strategize within that span of time, and that is why the strategic timeout is being strictly followed, and also for the purpose of advertisements for the other for the broadcasting companies.
yeah, yeah, totally true.
Yeah.
It's just interesting that I didn't know they do extend the strategic timeout in even in test.
In test match they do because you don't have anything of, I mean, this 20 minutes break is anyways going to be given as an innings break. If you complete your 10 wickets, right, the other team comes into bat, you'll still have a tea break after that. But if you do not take the strategic timeout now, and the match itself gets completed, you will not have this 2.5 minutes of break, which means that that particular broadcasting rights, the advertisement rights that was being paid for that 2.5 minutes will go for a waste. So even the umpires or you know, referees do not have the authority to call off a strategic timeout or delay a strategic timeout. They have to take it within the stipulated time, 13 to 16 being the second strategic timeout, and 6 to 9 being the first strategic timeout. If it is not being taken between this period, automatically after the ninth over and automatically after the 16th over, the strategic timeout would be given by the umpire.
All right, all right, all right. That is news.
Hmm.
I mean, keeping aside the whole qualification scenario, this
Mhm.
is still one of Rajasthan Royals' poorest performances overall, even if they were qualified.
Ooh.
I guess they've already been bowled out for 72 in the past. I'm not sure who they played against, but then I guess they've been bowled out for 72. I guess that is their lowest total in their
Ooh.
history.
Oh, okay, okay.
I think the match is going to be end because Mustafiz in the strike.
Sunil Narine has three balls to be bowled at Mustafizur, and there is a good chance that the game might, like Srihari mentioned, the game might fizzle out within this particular over, and that is exactly what KKR would be hoping for as well. That's a good collect from Shakib Al Hasan because the ball uh, pitched and then took a turn and then he was able to collect it properly. And that's probably because he plays in Bangladeshi pitches, which has this turn in the pitch as and when it bounces off, right? So he's used to collecting the ball, when it starts pitching and then starts turning. He's used to reading that because he's coming from a Bangladeshi spin background. To be honest, for the viewers, this is an information that I wanted to let you guys know. The pitch which is the most riskiest to play in the world in terms of spin quality is Bangladesh at this point in time. The average turn that is being extracted from that particular pitch is close to 10 to 15 degrees as and when it pitches and turns. It's very difficult to play in Bangladesh at this point in time. The pitch is very, very spin friendly, and any team that is going into Bangladesh for the past 1 or 2 years, be it Australia, New Zealand, England, have all struggled to come out with a win. They've also had a clean sweep against West Indies in the past, I guess, and that is predominantly because none of these teams are able to play against against Bangladesh in their own backyard in a spin friendly condition.
Right. There has only been one
Three
extra in this match.
That's exactly what I was telling in the first innings as well. You had close to 16 extras in the first innings when Rajasthan Royals bowled against KKR, and now it is just one extra that has been bowled in this particular innings. There you see the difference in the discipline with which KKR bowlers have bowled today, right? It is a low scoring encounter. You know this is being played at Sarjah. All that you have to do is bowl just 20 overs and not more than that. Even a ball extra to that is just a free ball that you're giving to them.
All out. 85 all out.
All
Insane.
right.
All right, our
We,
man has called it.
that's it. Shivam Mavi picking up his 4 wickets, which also makes him the man of the match. 3.1 overs complete for Shivam Mavi. 21 runs, 4 wickets. Kolkata Knight Riders win this game by 86 runs, and this is a beautiful victory for KKR Knight Riders. Another big
Interesting.
victory after the victory against Bangladesh. Sorry, not Bangladesh. After the victory against Bangalore. Ian Morgan's captaincy has worked wonders, and KKR now is close to getting qualified to the playoffs, and they will almost make it if Mumbai does not pull off a miracle at the end. Rahul Tewatia is the last batsman to go, and 43 runs picked up from Rahul Tewatia. He was putting up a one-man show, so credits to him. But it's an embarrassment for Rajasthan Royals
We don't
at
let
the end of the
Mumbai
game.
to qualify. We don't
Sorry.
let. We don't let Mumbai to qualify. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
that's all in Hyderabad's hands, to be honest.
Right. Everybody just keeps saying Rajasthan Royal are great finishes. What if they finish Mumbai Indians' careers?
Yeah, in this IPL at least, KKR win by 86 runs, guys. At this
Yeah.
Sarjah Stadium, amazing display, a beautiful, comprehensive display from KKR in terms of the batting performance as well as bowling, starting with Shakib Al Hasan picking up that wicket of Yashasvi Jaiswal in the third ball of the innings. From there, Rajasthan Royals never seem to be in the game. So everything is lost for Rajasthan Royals at this point in time. They are going to stay in 12 points and will also retain the seventh spot for this particular season. Hyderabad has a good chance to pull off a victory and move to seven, I believe, or maybe not even that. But anyways, maybe they secure their seventh spot, and KKR have now importantly moved to the fourth spot, which puts them in a good position to qualify. Rajasthan Royals are all out for 85 with a run rate of 5.26 from 16.1 overs, and one extra was being provided by KKR. Brilliant bowling performance. Shivam Mavi being the pick of the bowlers with 4 wickets, picking up the dangerous wicket of Rahul Tewatia, 44 from 36 balls. Also, Phillips, Dubey, Sanju Samson. So, all important wickets from Shivam Mavi. Lockie Ferguson as well contributed brilliantly with the ball, and he's picked up 3 wickets. Shakib Al Hasan with another one, and there goes the entire and another run out as well, impacting another run out, Shakib Al Hasan. And there goes the entire Rajasthan Royals out for 85 against KKR in this very important fixture, the 54th match of IPL 2021.
So we will meet soon, guys. Thank you.
Bye bye,
All right.
Sherry. Thanks from
Bye
man
bye.
from our future.
Thank you,
Bye.
Srihari, for joining the stream. Um, And now it's just me and Vignesh in the stream. We will just provide a quick post-match analysis of this particular game and see, what do we have in back for the next, upcoming fixtures. So, what do you think about this game, Vicky?
This match was interesting, especially considering the fact that I missed the first half. I'm not disappointed with the second half, I must say. I was very
Yeah, it was
happy
an
that I was
entertaining second half. Yeah.
very, very entertaining. I was a little having a little bit of FOMO by seeing Dinesh Karthik's run out very close to that. But then at this point, I think I'm very happy that I at least joined for the second half. The innings has been good. Oh, I think Sanju Samson has come to explain what happened.
I'm not
I
sure
don't
what he's
know.
going to explain only here, anyways. I just wanted to let the fans know as well. Kolkata Knight Riders have picked up a beautiful run rate as well. 0.59 is the run rate for them. This is
Wow.
by far the highest run rate in the entire table now. So not even Delhi Daredevils have the same run rate as that of Kolkata Knight Riders in this table, which puts them in a very strong position. 14 points from 14 matches, 0.59 positive is the run rate. Mumbai Indians, on the other hand, have a minus 0.05, which means they have to pick up 500, 0.500 as the run rate in the next match if they have to salvage the qualifier. Position, not the qualifier position, eliminator position for themselves. But what a game this is! What a game! Amazing.
This is actually in terms of bowling, right? The Pacers took it well. The Kolkata Knight Riders. I think we have to give it to them for this match.
Agreed. 7 wickets amongst the pace bowlers, Shivam Mavi and Lockie Ferguson. Let's not forget, we just had only 2 pace bowlers playing for KKR in this particular game. Even Srihari had the same question when he was in the first innings when he was commentating for the first innings. He was just mentioning that KKR does not have a lot of pace bowling options, but what we just saw did not require other pace bowlers to um, get into the game. So what a brilliant bowling performance. Varun Chakravarti as well chipping in with 1 wicket for 14 runs. A completely dominating performance from KKR, and this what a way to get into the eliminators, or you know the playoffs, right?
Yeah, yeah. And I think the 50-56 from Shubham Gill was also a huge advantage.
Exactly, and the way that I see, so a lot of people have this a common misconception that Shubman Gill should be this sort of a hitter, should be impacting the game in a quick-paced environment. For me, that is not Shubman Gill. You have a different expectation from different players. If you're expecting that sort of an explosive start from your team, then Shubman Gill is not the right person to be on that team. It should probably be like someone like Venkatesh Iyer or people like that. They
Yeah,
can give you an
exactly.
explosive. Yeah, they can give you that
Venkatesh
explosive
Iyer,
start, not Shubman Gill.
yeah, Venkatesh Iyer had what 35 ball 38. It's also not bad for this match.
Agreed. The start was actually good from the KKR team. I guess they put up a 77-run stand before a cheap dismissal. On Venkatesh Iyer attempting for a switch hit of I guess, yeah, of Rahul Tewatia, who picked up that wicket as well. So the standout performer for Rajasthan Royals today has been Rahul Tewatia. But on the other hand, a completely dominating performance by most of the players from KKR team, and kudos to them.
Right.
Let's get into the points table. Delhi Daredevils 13 matches, 20 points with with a net run rate of 0.53. Chennai Super Kings also qualified 14 games, 9 wins, 5 losses, 18 points, 0.56 as the net run rate. Followed by Royal Challengers Bangalore 13 games, 16 points, minus 0.16. I would still not say that Royal Challengers Bangalore are going to be playing the eliminator, because there's a good chance if they win the next game with a good run rate, they could also well go and play the qualifiers. And in the bottom, Kolkata Knight Riders at the fourth place, 14 matches, 7 victories and 7 losses. 14 points have been scored for Kolkata Knight Riders. 0.59 is the run rate, and that's the best of the entire points table. A point to be noted: Punjab Kings 14 matches, 6 wins and 8 losses, 12 as the points, with finishing the table at exactly 0.00 as the net run rate. Mumbai Indians 13 matches, 6 wins, 7 losses, 12 points. Net run rate of minus 0.05. They've got some work to do in the match against Sunrisers. That's going to be happening probably tomorrow afternoon, I believe. Rajasthan Royals 14 matches, 5 wins, 9 losses, 10 points, and a net run rate of minus 0.99, staying at the 7th spot. And towards the bottom of the table, at the bottom of the table is in the 8th spot is Sunrisers Hyderabad with 13 matches, 3 wins and 10 losses, just scoring 6 points of the entire IPL, and ending with a net run rate of minus 0.42. Over to you, Vignesh.
I must say I'm thoroughly entertained, and I'm, and I'm just waiting for the post-match commentary to see what Sehwag was telling when he was happy. That one moment I'm waiting to go back and watch.
All right. When you say Shiva, is it like Shiva, the English commentator
Virendra
Shiva?
Sehwag.
Okay, Shevag. All right. Okay, Virendra Shevag. Got it. Got it.
He was very
Okay.
happy, and it was very nice to see him back. Yeah,
All
that is
right.
one thing that I'm waiting to watch back, and that the other one was Dinesh Karthik's uh, run out, basically. Yeah. But
Run
again,
out.
where do you think this match went downhill?
Um, First thing was the pressure with which Rajasthan, started playing this game. They had no clue as to how they're going to chase this 173. In terms of bowling, you don't have a lot in your hand. The first wicket put up a 77-run partnership. From there, you know that there's going to be a good score that is going to be posted on the board, and you should be ready for that. So 172, not a bad total to chase. But then maybe I think the run rate aspect as well played on their mind, and they started going for the big hits well on the in the start itself. We could see that from Yashasvi Jaiswal, even in the first over of Shakib Al Hasan trying to perform a switch hit. Usually players don't perform a switch hit, but you don't even get a single ball in your bat properly now.
Yeah.
And he wanted to go for that. Maybe the run rate was playing in his mind. They just did not think about winning this game. They also thought about winning this game with a good run rate so that they can challenge Mumbai Indians. They were hoping that Mumbai would lose against Sunrisers Hyderabad, and there was a chance. There was a good chance that they could go into the fourth spot. But maybe that played too much in their mind, and then they started losing wickets. And from that point onwards, they tried to play defensively, try to adapt to the strategy, and then once 2 or 3 wickets fell, they started lagging in confidence because none of their players have played, match-defining innings in this particular season two of IPL 2021, and they were not confident on the chase once Sanju Samson departed for cheaply for 1 runs, and that's where I think they've lost the game. Or they've lost track on that particular game. They were never in the game in the second half once Sanju Samson's wicket was gone.
Yeah, for sure. I think this was a decent score. It was not even a huge score to defend. This was a decent score that they could have actually tried. But after Sanju Samson's departure, especially, I think the confidence all went downhill. From there, it's nothing, not even looking back.
Agreed. And that's exactly where you would want your players to be confident, not just the captain coming in and saving you every single match.
Yeah,
And when you start doing that, when you start saving every single match, it will become like Kohli's Bangalore, where the team is entirely dependent on Kohli. And once Kohli goes out, it all goes down to De Villiers. And if he's gone, there's no batting order only. Now they've improved a bit. They've started getting contributions from Maxwell and Dev Particle and all of that. But then when Kohli was in his prime, the team was entirely dependent on Kohli, and that is probably the reason why we did not see Royal Challengers Bangalore performing, at their best to win a trophy, because it was all dependent on just a couple of players, Kohli and De Villiers, and if they were gone, the team was gone. And that is exactly what just happened with Rajasthan as well. The team became too dependent on Sanju Samson, and once they saw Sanju Samson depart like at 1 run, they didn't know what to do, and they started panicking, and then that's where they lost the game.
yeah, agreed. Just to add a point to the viewers, which I just told, when Kohli one was in his prime, just air quoting it there. Uh,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
2016 17 is the period that I would call his prime. He scored like
okay.
800, 900 runs during that period in the IPL season, and that was the time when Kohli was at his prime. But post that, it started fizzling out. So yeah, it is what it is. I'm not scared. I'm not scared to call even Kohli being out of form, right? If he's out of form, he's out of form, and we have
Yeah,
to be in
I
a position
think
to call that out.
in a stream where we have called out Dhoni, I think it's only fair to call out Kohli.
Exactly. And I still do the same for Jan Morgan as well. If you've seen the stream, I said the same thing. He is not the right person to be, coming at that particular point before Dinesh Karthik, and he did that. I mean, he came post Dinesh Karthik's entry, and that is exactly what he should have done, because he's been so poor in his form, and it does make sense for Dinesh Karthik to come before him and play those shots from the 15th over. And had Ian Morgan come in at that 15th over, then the match would have turned towards Rajasthan at that point in time, because Morgan would have gotten out, and the pressure would be back on KKR, and they wouldn't have posted this total uh, if that was the case. So I'm not scared to call any player if they're in out of form position, but that's how it
I
is.
think
I mean, that's how we have to analyze that game, right? So
for sure, agreed. I think had Sanju Samson did this in his previous match, maybe this could have been saved. Who knows?
exactly.
Yeah, and then considering the fact that what you're going to retain players, who do you think Rajasthan Royals should retain?
Oh, a good question actually, and it's kind of too early to talk about that. But if so, the thing is, I'm not sure about the availability of the English players for the next particular season, and if they were available, and Stokes is coming back
Stokes, yeah,
from from his mental fatigue and he's ready to play, then I'd expect Rajasthan to retain Stokes, Butler, and Jofra Archer. Probably
yeah.
Sanju
I think
Samson, they'll use the right to match card and then retain him back. But if just because Sanju Samson is the captain, they may use the right to match card for Ben Stokes or someone. But then among these four players, they're going to retain mostly three players, is what I feel
yeah,
from
I think
Rajasthan's
spot
perspective.
on. I was also going to pick Jofra, Ben Stokes, and Sanju Samson. I think the
Mhm.
entire Rajasthan squad needs to be rebuilt again from scratch. Maybe retain three players just for the brand of it. I mean,
Agreed.
yeah,
Agreed. But the core team lies with that particular three players, right? And
Yeah,
it does had I mean, it had a very great impact in the way that they fizzled down to the bottom of the table at the seventh spot, because they don't have the core players playing this particular second season of the IPL 2021. So in all honesty, if they were in this particular season 2 of 2021, you never know, they could have been serious title challenges as well, or they could have, we could have seen them qualifying for playoffs. But it's all ifs and buts, and unless that happened, we never know if it will happen or not, right? So, but I still see those
but
four players being retained, maybe one with the right to match card and the other three players being retained, and it could just swap out based on the needs and necessity. But the reason why I'm saying that is Sanju Samson is the captain, so obviously he could be retained. And the amongst the other three players, based on the situation and the injury updates of these players, and the availability of these players, and Ben Stokes coming out of a possibility of Ben Stokes coming out of mental fatigue,
yeah,
all that will definitely be the factors in the way that they're going to use the other two retention places, and then the right to match card on top of that, maybe for the other player.
for sure, for sure. I think the entire match turned out to be a little bit one-sided once the wickets started falling for Rajasthan Royals, and banking on Rahul Tewatia was the best that we could do. But again, have to give it for the wonderful bowling by KKR.
Yeah, yeah. Beautiful bowling from KKR, and the Vivo for perfect catch of the match goes to Rahul Tripathi, and he also gets the Safari Super Striker of the match for the quickfire 21 of 14 balls. So, yeah, just a quick update on that.
Yeah, I mean, he deserved it this match.
Exactly. Not sure who's the man of the match though. Okay, Dream
And
11 game changer of the match goes to Shivam Mavi for his 3 wickets in quick succession, one in the power play and the other two outside the power play. But what a performance from Shivam Mavi. A brilliant bowling performance alongside Lockie Ferguson. Hopefully, Lockie Ferguson is now going to be the man of the match for his 4 wickets that he's picked up. And there you go, the announcement from Murli Karthik for the man of the match. My guess it would be Lockie Ferguson. Okay, there's a Let's Crack It Sixes award as well, and that goes to an Academy Let's Crack It Sixes award goes to Rahul Tewatia for his Blitzkrieg 43, which had I guess 2 or 3 sixes in them. But nevertheless, that's an award for him. It's almost like every player gets an award.
these
Okay,
are the
there's a cred
participation.
power play. There's a cred power player of the match award that goes to Lockie Ferguson for his 4 wickets, demolishing the entire middle order and also the top order of Rajasthan Royals. They did not have any clue as to how to play against Lockie Ferguson. He was bowling at 150s, 148s, and that was too quick for any Rajasthan bowlers to batsmen to bat against. So Upstock's most valuable assert of the match also goes to Lockie Ferguson. Oh my god, I'm getting tired of just explaining the awards. How does Murli Karthik do it day in and day out?
Just a quick update for the guys in the comment box. Unlike Rajasthan Royals, we're still in the game, and also we'll be continuing the streams moving forward. Do like, share, and subscribe.
Yep. And once we get into the playoffs, you can see much more content on that, and we'll bring you regular updates on that as well. Hopefully, we'll have Vignesh with his audio and video on turned on the next time, and we will be able to take a look at Vignesh's face. But that's a 3 hours and 10 minutes stream, guys. It's 3 hours and 8 minutes now. It's a very long stream. The first 3 hour stream that I've ever been a part of, not in football as well. This is the first, and this is the longest stream that I've ever been part of. But it's been very comfortable because I've been talking to Vignesh and talking to you guys on the comment section, and also with Srihari. Thank you for all your support in terms of how the stream went. And please like, share, subscribe, and comment about this particular match and the reactions to this particular game in the comment section. We'd be happy to bring you further updates and further match watch alongs as well as and when we move forward. It's exciting times in terms of football. There is an international break that is going on. Italy shockingly lost against Spain 2-1. Belgium won against France 2-1. And the other updates, honestly, I don't know. Maybe there's a match tonight, and I'll let you guys know about the updates. But post the international breaks, we'll have a series of match for Chelsea as well. So you can catch me at CFC chats and other streams. But we'll also bring live content, live watch-alongs for the other Premier League matches. So stay tuned to the channel, and we will have a lot more updates, guys. Until that, this is VJ signing off for VJ for Sports, and over to you, Vicky.
Bye bye, guys. All right. That was an interesting match to watch. I hope it was interesting for you guys also to hear. Please do continue your support. Do like, share, and subscribe VJ for Sports. There'll be more coming, much more coming. There's a lot more planned. There's an Instagram channel. The handle will be soon posted in the channel. Keep looking out for more updates. And signing off is also Vignesh. Bye bye.
Perfect.